Sick.
Seal. Well,
Not Steel. What did Steel do?
We might be live now with actual
Oh,
audio.
we're live.
Wait.
oh, are we?
We might
You
be.
can-
Solomon
you can-
fixed the thing.
I'm
Okay,
waiting for the
happy
delay to
4th
kick
of July.
in.
Happy 4th of July, guys.
Here, while we're doing this.
Okay.
there we go.
Look, it's spooky. It's spooky
Okay.
holding himself going on a boat.
There you go.
There we go.
Well, if people
Oh
can
my
hear
god,
us now, I guess.
Spooky's so strong. Look at him. Pure main tank
Yeah, look, he
energy.
fixed the tower of pizza.
Fix the tower. So,
Can they hear us? I don't know if there's audio. So I'm watching the stream and oh wait,
delayed. Hopefully.
Well, yeah, I was just saying we
Yep,
have
there's
a
audio.
delay.
Okay.
never mind.
Let's go.
Okay, there's audio.
Okay,
now.
there is audio.
Okay.
I
happy-
cut, redo. Let's
Cut.
redo our epic. Oh my god, we had such a good intro too. I'm so sad. But anyway,
Sneaking in pre-show.
hello everyone. Welcome to the BPL Campgrounds. It's week 6. It's the final week of regular season. Means a lot of playoff implications. I'm joined, Jimmy speaking here by the way, because we don't have any webcams today. But joined here by a token Italian juice box. We have knock on wood here. Fixing
And
the
a token
audio.
terrapin.
And Spooky, as you saw, currently in Italy, suffering the worst heat wave we've had in years. And in his place, we have C-Sharp, different Terrapin player. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Good.
Pretty good.
I've been
Except for
I've been really
the
sick this
aforementioned
week.
heat wave.
Yeah, I've been really sick this week, but and the heat wave certainly hasn't helped. But you know,
Yeah. But yeah, we
Understandable.
have lots of games this weekend, as always. But they matter double as much because, like I said, it's the final week. Everyone's still, or most teams still playing for those important playoff spots. Let's take a quick look at the schedule for tonight on the stream. Might be the only stream we have this weekend because we're a little bit
Yeah.
short-staffed because people are working, stuff. I don't know if I can say it yet because it's a paid gig, but.
ooh,
We do have
I think we
have
can.
2 matches. Okay, yeah. So
Oh.
a bunch of us are working the Face-It finals this weekend.
Yeah.
hell yeah!
I think only Nokia on this desk. For
Yeah,
us,
but that just means that all the people who normally work BPL streams are working other things. So
yeah, everyone
if
who
you
can run
o-
the stream isn't here. So
if you want to come run a Scuff stream, I'll give you the stream key. Like, honestly, I would
Yeah.
love to have matches streamed, so just
if
DM
you
me
want to do
or
like
Solomon,
couch
so.
streams, co-streams, let us know. Send us mod mails. We'll get it up, and I'll be sure to post some links this weekend for people who want to watch. But today we have 2 matches right after this. And we're going to talk about at least Woop versus Frogs on Fire at the end of the show, because the other one, not as important, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's start first with C League, of course, the best league. Let's take a quick look here at the standings, and so how this works for all of these leagues, even though this league has a little bit has less teams than the others, is that. The last spot, so the 8th team, is going to be eliminated after this weekend. And as you can see here for Canunos, unfortunately, mathematically impossible to get out of that spot, even if they win against Noctis. So their fate has already been decided. Juicebox, I'm really sorry.
Or win one, maybe one,
Yeah.
just one
Uh,
map.
I hope you get at least a map win this weekend.
It's been a disaster, like not a disaster season because I love each and every individual on the team. Even though I've been like sick, it's just anything like nothing has clicked. It's like we are good individuals, we just don't work as a team. I guess it just happens sometimes. And my BPL curse stands, Jinx BPL curse stands.
Yo,
Yeah, this
Jinx,
is,
if you need a ringer this weekend, let me know. I'll ring flex support.
I think they
C
need,
League
like,
is.
4
I feel
players.
like it's correct.
I'm sure no, because we got matches to talk about. You guys are over yapping about ringers. C League is really
Oh,
fun.
no.
We got 2 groups you can see right here.
Yeah.
Like these 3 are gonna be in the top 3, and these 3 are gonna be in 5 to 7. Somehow Terrapin is just locked into 4 with a dead even
Yep,
standings.
Perfectly
and,
mid.
yeah.
Look,
It's,
okay. You gave us 2 games in 1 week. It was bound to
Yeah.
happen that we were going to be decided before the weekend got started. So,
Are you? I'm surprised. Still,
we
still 4
finished our
matches to
games.
play. So,
But
yeah, but no one else has.
if we take a peek at the top there, what's important is this battle for first and second seed, because in each group, the first and second seed actually determines who will make it or who will skip that first play-in weekend next week and go straight to the playoffs. So lots to play for between Oomphy, Goatman, and Boa. Yeah, thank you very much. There's a lovely graphic for C League. So as you can see, if you make it to the first and second spot, that means basically next week you just have off. You can just chill and watch the other teams, of course. And even better, if you get that first seed, you even get the benefit of choosing your first opponent for that first round on July 18th. But yeah, let's why don't we take a look at one of these 3 teams that is in this remote freeway battle for that first or second seed slot. And the team that I wanted to look here was Boa, one of my favorite teams this season. So no bias there, of course. But
No
they will be
bias, but
facing yeah, they will
It's
be facing the
green.
Bear.
Green. It's managed by Andrew.
Yep.
Is the bias because it reminds you of Kappa's?
Yep, it's the green.
He has
of course.
basically a Rest Junior on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alucard is like a Rest prodigy.
Yep. This Genji disciple, but yeah, very similar path of these 2 teams, although Boa has of course been a little bit more successful. The importance in this match though is that as long as Boa don't get 2-0'd by their Bear, so even if they get 2-1, there's still a mathematical chance that they could avoid that they could make it into play-ins. As we see the map set here, Eichenwald, Queen Street, and Watchpoint. Pretty good map set this week, I'll say, for C League. But yeah, basically, they want to win this match if they want to make sure to keep their chances. And also, of course, have to hope for both Oomphy and Goatman to lose their respective battles. They're all not fighting each other, so they're all just gonna have to watch the streams basically.
It's important, especially for Boa and Goatman, that they don't drop a map because if one of them drops a map with like a dead even score, it's just GG.
Yep.
And oh wow,
Green sweep.
Boa sweep. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna predict against NGO on 2 maps that have long sidelines and work well for Freya and Sojourn.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. Like the problem with this matchup is the map pool plus the Bear has yet to figure out what they want to run consistently. That's like the biggest problem I've seen with them. And when we played against them, that was kind of the issue. Like you have Awesome on DPS who can genuinely play any flex DPS and get away with it. And you have a pretty stable backline, but that tank has kind of been interchangeable. I really feel like Hyper Knight has been really good. I think Private Ryan has been good, but it's been had his moments. This team can take down Boa, but it's going to take a lot of work. So I think Boa's going to win.
Yeah. And I think that Boa, I just wouldn't predict against them unless they absolutely troll. The question is if they can 2-0 the Bear, which is very important, as we said before, because not losing a map with a dead even score means that, yeah, they're behind on tiebreaker, but they can overcome if Goatman just loses 1 map this week.
Yeah.
And I believe
as long as your map differential is better, the head-to-head won't matter.
Yeah, and since these teams are like at the top are so even, and to an extent, even the 4th seed and Terrapins are kind of close. But especially those top 3 teams, it's really important that you keep the map differential up, because I believe all these teams have lost and won against each other. So, yeah, I think Boa, if it wasn't for that 1 week where they had like 10 ringers, they would have been 6-0. But so I would not predict against them.
Yeah. Well, so lots to play for here for Boa. Let's take a quick look at the B League standings of our 2 groups here. As you can see, for Burge, it's a little bit less interesting, I guess, because there we already, like with C League, we already have our early exit, unfortunately, determined with Nurture. We're very fun to watch, very fun team, but unfortunately, it just couldn't translate it into even a map win yet. But
They're the
I
best
think
branding.
this is Balsa, I think. But yeah, for Birch, it's more about those upper seed spots, whereas here with Balsa.
Oh.
That's fine. We can. Yeah. It's wrong on the foldy sheet. I noticed that too. It's like
Wasn't
it says
there any
group
other-
one, even though this is the second one. But
Fun.
as you can see, there's some interesting tiebreaker scenarios. I hope we don't get to those because then Brad will have to do some number crunching in the back. But yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit more open at the top, but unfortunately that 8 seed already decided. But if you look at Balsa, if we go back to the other group,
Yeah.
what's more interesting there is we do actually still have a battle, even though it's a remote battle between two teams to avoid elimination, which is between the Red Banders and What's Up Dog. They're both still in a battle to avoid elimination, and what's actually interesting is that the Red Banders, they basically need to win 2-0 in their match to keep their chances alive, and they also have the hope for What's Up Dog to lose 0-2 in their match. So why don't we preview one of those games? Which I chose the Red Banders game against Blind Music Society. Look at those sick logos. But yeah, basically Banders, they don't have it all in their hands, but they need to win 2-0 and then just watch the other game and hope that it all goes their way.
Gotta say one thing. Like, wasn't there any other wood instead of balsa? Like any other wood that start any other tree that starts with B?
Give me one.
I'm
Then.
talking baobab, for example.
Okay. So that's not a
Okay.
real tree.
What do you mean it's not a real tree? Okay.
Yeah, it sounds made up.
Okay.
It sounds
No,
made
baobab.
up.
No.
Some fake
It's an
Italian
African tree. Okay. Well,
Okay.
don't choose one that sounds like ballsack. Okay.
What? It doesn't.
It's balsa. Yeah, ballsack. Yeah.
I always think of salsa. Our lovely
No, I
guys.
think of ballsack, but maybe it's just me.
Okay,
Maybe-
let's keep
maybe
saying
I'm
it.
wrong.
This is a great idea.
Alright, so this determines who gets eliminated from the ballsack group, I guess. But
No, no, you're not starting this.
the Blind Music Society have had a pretty good run. Also, this match is gonna happen tomorrow at 9. Oh, it's actually so interesting because yeah, like Red Banders, they have to win 2-0. Let's say they hypothetically do it, which if we look at Preds in a bit, you might see that not all of us think that way. But if they do, then they basically just have to sit back and watch the What's Up Dog game because they have to get 2-0 by Birdwatch. And if that happens, then we might have a scenario or an outcome where by some miracle Red Banders still make it. But yeah, let's look at our prediction results here before we move on, because I'm actually interested to see what you guys think. Because Blind Music Society has been kind of a roller coaster team. They had some early roster issues, but ever since they sorted those out, I feel like they've been doing pretty well. And yeah, can't say I'm surprised looking at this.
Birdwatch. I've got no opinion. Birdwatch on top. That's all I got.
You're just watching birds, right? But I think you guys all agree that Blind Music Society should be the favorites here.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm not voting against the team that has Nagi on it. Not happening. I'm sorry.
Just
say it.
So much. They have improved so much. I think that Mani did like a complete 180 of this team that was like on a rocky trajectory, especially after the Moth Mania and loss. That was so decisive. They still were able to 2-1 Birdwatch, and I don't think the Red Bandits are gonna be like that trending. I think they are good, but it's just a collection of friends that have been kind of going for the motion. I think they can maybe win like Red Bandits, but it would take a miracle.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
it really is just a miracle because there's we saw 256 scenarios where Red Banders will get eliminated and only 16 outcomes where they will make it. So it is very unlikely, but I would love to see it. Yeah, as you can see there.
Plus,
240 versus 16 outcomes.
yeah.
But
And
I mean,
Plus,
we've seen worse odds. I mean, I'm just gonna go back to the original Snowdown. What was it? A-League finals.
If Bandas lose a map, they are 8th.
Yes.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
believe that I want to say one thing is that What's Up Dog, for as much as people like to clown on them, the like most start one of the most start memes in the starboard is the one that Pomku made, the Meet the Potential team. I believe that while it hasn't been the bestest of season, they are really right up against Birdwatch because Birdwatch is 2-4 even, and What's Up Dog is 2-4 -5. I don't think there's that much separation in Balsa. I can't.
So I want to point out that I think no matter what, Bandas are actually eliminated.
Are they?
No,
even if they
if you go-
even if they 2-0, if no matter what
Birdwatch
happens in
2-0.
this game, no
No
matter what,
Birdwatch.
no.
See?
Look.
They are in 7th.
Oh, What's Up, Doc? You put down. That's what's
They
happening.
switch places.
Yes.
I did my research.
Bandas must
Ah.
2-0 and Birdwatch must 2-0.
Yeah, there's only.
I see.
It has to be this exact outcome. That's why it's even cooler that they play back to back. So like, Bandas has to do basically the dirty work, and then they have to sit back and just hope that Birdwatch is on a roll tomorrow.
Right.
Anyway,
before we move on, wait, I'm going to show you match times.
All right.
We already saw Balsa. There you go. A lot happening Saturday, a little what happening Sunday, and then
might be
Birch,
stream,
which
might
we
be
did talk
not. I
about.
hope we get at least some POVs here. Yeah. Also, here's a Birch.
Apparently
schedule.
Saturday's B League time, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of B League
There we
on Saturdays. Saturday. Anyway, A League. Kind of a similar situation here where we have one group where unfortunately the deal has been sealed. In the Ash group, seal the deal. They could technically still have a similar match record with Camp Half Court or Campfire Song Song. Unfortunately, their map record, their map differential. Sorry, is what I wanted to say. Is too bad, so it's already done for them. Juicebox, I think you wanted to give them a little obituary here.
I wanted to say, RMM, I know the curse may be still in. I know that you do well in other tournaments other than BPL. I'm in that same boat. I think next season you need to make a team full of people who do well in other leagues and shit in BPL because this has to stop. This has to stop. We need to win all of. Well, you gotta win this season. What am I talking about? But like, we finished last. But RIP RMM. What's it called? I'm not even sure if LaMelo Ball will still be on the Hornets next. So that's even worse. I'm sorry, RMM.
All right. Well, the other group is a little bit more interesting, and it's kind of a similar situation as the Balsa group, where we have a two-way fight to avoid that dreaded eight seed slot. Yeah, go to group 2. Or like that, yeah. Because it's between Camp Halfburger and Zephyr. The benefit for Zephyr here they have a little bit better map. Both their map differentials ass. Let's be real. But because of that, Zephyr actually still has a chance to pip the Camp Halfburger here. And yeah, as you can see here, there's a couple of outcomes that can go Zephyr's way. Basically, and we are going to preview the Zephyr game because they're going to be fighting the Marin Mellows. I still don't know how to pronounce them correctly. Zephyr need to win. That's the number one rule, of course. And if they win 2-0, then Camp Halfburger, they only need to lose basically for Zephyr to make it. If Zephyr win 2-1, then Camp Halfburger gets to be 0-2'd by Primal Pineapples. So there's basically two scenarios here that can go Zephyr's way, but first of all, most importantly, they need to win their match. But yeah, let's go. Why don't we take a look at that game between Zephyr and Marin Mellows? Unless I want to say something interesting about the foldy sheet there. Okay, all right. Yeah, Zephyr versus Marin Mellows. Marin Mellows, I will have to say, and you will see that in our predictions in a bit. I'm very high on them, and they've not been disappointing me. They had kind of a rough start to the season, but lately they've just been really, really good. I think they found their groove, and yeah, this could be couldn't be a worse time for Zephyr to be facing them with everything on the line, but we'll see if they can make it. What do you guys think?
I think. Well, I think I predicted Zephyr. Spoiler alert! I think I predicted Zephyr because, well,
Did?
I did. Yeah?
the
No,
the
I
question.
didn't. I'm stupid. I'm so.
You did?
You
Wait,
did?
where?
I
Oh.
didn't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't. I thought I did. Okay. I thought I did. I just completely forgot. I'm sorry. I confused the teams. No, but I think I had the team right. I just put the prediction down. Not even wrong because I would have predicted Maroon anyways. What? Okay. No, I wanted to say it because I know the people on Maroon, they like to troll, and I would see a scenario where Zephyr makes it with Maroon Medalists just like trolling and not caring about it because they're already in playoff. I'm pretty sure, so
This is a
it doesn't
rough
really
match
matter.
for like your life is on the line kind of match with Nubani and New Junk City. Jesus
And
Christ.
Gibraltar as a tiebreaker, like
Yeah.
the map full of
yeah,
hopelessness and
that's-
despair.
This is a
Yeah,
map full
C-Sharp,
of all time.
C-Sharp, you got anything to say about this before we move on? 'Cause we
All
got a
I'm
little bit.
saying is I'm not betting against a team that has Anstein and Optical on it. That's all I'm saying. Y'all gave me 2 of these games in a row.
Okay, but listen, I think like optical pods and I'm not necessarily yup, but like those
What?
and Wi-Fi, yeah,
Wi-Fi, yeah.
Wi-Fi. Those are the people that I wouldn't necessarily think they're gonna take this game super seriously. I know them once they're like in, they're just like kind of tune out.
I mean, that's fair. But at the same time, I feel like Optical has not been here like a lot this season because of his his
I
schedule
know.
with work and stuff like that. So I feel like he may take this a
Yeah.
little bit more serious, so that way they can get that last win to be 5-2. But that's just me.
Fair enough. Fair
We
enough.
we had one of the Malos players in chat being like, "Oh my god, are we playing right now?" Because we were talking about this. I had to calm them down and say, "No, we're just highlighting this." But yeah, I guess moral of the story is for this episode is that we believe in the underdogs here. Like we're statistical Stevens here, but yeah, it's gonna be
Steven.
it's gonna be interesting here. But let's quickly talk about actually the game that is up next on the stream here, which also has playoff implications. Wow, isn't that timely? It's the Woop Troop versus the. It is July 1st has passed. No longer Pride Month, so we're back to the normal Frogs on Fire. Although here I can see it in the background. There's
yeah, it's
still,
in the
there's
back.
still Pride themed here. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this actually does have pretty heavy playoff implications, and it's pretty simple because Frogs on Fire, if they win this match, they lock the first seed, which not only makes them skip the play-ins, but also gives them the choice, basically, who they want to face in the first round in 2 weeks. So lots to play for, whereas with Woop Troop, not as much. It's 5th or 6th seed, which doesn't matter that much, but I still think they want to put up a fight, obviously, because not only is it for just honor and glory or whatever, but also it's still kind of a new patch. You know, it's only the second week that we're playing on the season 17 patch, so teams are still figuring stuff out, and of course they want to use this match maybe to still see like where they stand and what they can do when they head into the playoffs.
Yeah, I
It's
think
hard.
Frogs on Fire have been like a train, but Whoop Troop, it was a team that I rated really highly in the start of the season, and they did well, and then they just kind of I don't want to say they didn't gel together, but they have been kind of disappointing. But I want to say I predict Whoop Troop to take this to distance 2-1, close to 1, and win this.
That's the same thing I was thinking, honestly. Like, this is a team that I feel like the dark horse team for playoffs. I feel like they can swing above their weight, and on top of that, like my favorite Bap Weaver team. That's all I'm gonna say. I love this team. I love this team's play style, and I feel like they can really make some noise in the playoffs.
And especially with like a new meta, like a team, it's like those chaotic teams that usually do good in whenever another patch hits.
True, very true.
Yeah, why do you guys predict Frogs on Fire? Just like 5-1, boring, no upset, or is
Pretty
there like
much.
a
I think that
reason?
team is just really good, and I mean, pun intended, they're on fire. Like I think they're just. I mean, they're
They are
obviously the
probably-
team to beat.
yeah.
They're number one. They're the number one team. But I also just think that they got it all on lockdown, and
Yeah.
they're going to be extra motivated to win today because, like I said, it gives them not only a week off, but also they can then choose their opponent. And knowing that team with like the 6 million coaches, they're going to of course be very. They're going to be salivating at their mouths about the opportunity to like just choose their opponent because they're going to be doing the extra work and looking at everything and just like coming up with this is the optimal matchup for us. So I think they definitely want to win, and unless they show up with 6 ringers today, which I don't know about, I think they should have it
6 ringers?
back. Nox
It's-
seems to think the same.
It's generally hard to vote against a Pair team. Pairs puts a lot of energy
That's
into his
true.
teams, and I mean, look at the rosters. The like both rosters are really good. Like Mac Truck, Memory, Cam, Toxic, Vinci. Those are like standout names for me. But I Toast, Luca, Kairos, they just have a lot of game time together. Those people, I'm pretty sure. At least I know at least Toasty and Luca play together a lot. So it's hard to fight just built-in synergy from years of being friends. So
Yeah, that's fair. I get it.
We'll
I'm
see
still
who-
picking the underdog, but
yeah,
I'm not
For
changing my
once.
mind for once. No, I genuinely thought I picked Zephyr. I don't know what happened in my brain. I thought I did. I genuinely said, okay, Maroon is gonna win, but I'm gonna predict Zephyr for the troll, and like I just put Maroon anyways.
Mallows sweet.
Hello, sweet.
Well, we'll see who will be right. We'll see who will be wrong. Because that match, the Woop versus Frogs on Fire, is up next. I want to say a big thank you to Juicebox, C Sharp, and Knock for joining me on this pre-show. We hope you join us again next Friday when we head into the playoffs. But for now, I'm gonna hand it over after I think a short break to our casters. I know one of them at least. It's irrelevant. I don't know who the second caster is right now. I think we're still
think it's
scrambling to find
Thea.
that. Oh, it's there. Okay.
I think.
So, yeah, they will take it away for our first match of the night. I hope you stay tuned. Like I said, big weekend for BPL Season 7. Lots of playoff spots still to give out. And thank you very much for watching this pre-show. And our first match is coming up right next.
I know I should leave, 'cause you're driving me mad. You burn like a fire. I'm so goddamn naive. I keep coming back, 'cause you're taking me higher. truth still tastes as bitter. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but it doesn't make it sweeter. We wake up in my bed, I forget what you did, but it doesn't make things easier. You make my head again. I believe in every word you say, baby. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but the truth still tastes as bitter. Hey, how's it been? It's been a while since we last spoke. You broke my heart and left me hanging. Hey, how you been? It's been a while. I see you good to new clothes on and changed your hairstyle. You look good and girl, but why do I still hurt when I see your feet? Hurt when someone mentions your name. Hurt when I pass by your old place. It's been a year, a lot has changed since then. I made new friends, I got a new pet. You wouldn't believe it. I've been on and on, but why do I still hurt when I'm driving and I'm lost again? Hurt when I'm sick and you're not here. Hurt when you seem like you're just fine without me. Oh, I'm not trying to get you back. Oh, I know we're better when we're not together. Sometimes I think of all the things that could have been different when we were in love. Hurt when I see your feet. Hurt when someone mentions your name. Hurt when I pass by your old place. Hurt when I'm driving and I'm lost again. Hurt when I'm sick and you're not here. Hurt when you seem like you're just fine without me. Where did the time go? How do we move so far away? Holding on, how much can we both take when love isn't at home? I can't hear a word you're saying when love isn't at home. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Hello, hello.
How's it going today? How's it going today, Hater?
Oh, it's going good, you know. Just learned I'm casting about 30 seconds ago, so we're going on this little blind.
Oh God.
I know, but you know, we got a good matchup in front of us. Woop Troop versus Frogs on Fire.
Yes, this match is definitely opposite ends of the standings. We have Frogs on Fire, who are number 1 right now, and we have Woop Troop, who are 6. Now, if Frogs on Fire wins this, they secure the top spot no matter what. They'll take first, go into playoffs, as this is the last week of regular season. If Woop Troop wins, there's still other conditions to move up to 5th. So Woop Troop has a lot more obstacles and hoops to go through to jump up a spot. Frogs on Fire has this one game in order just to keep their spot solidified.
Yeah, both teams still with things on the line to actually play for. It's not one of those matches that doesn't have any meaning at all. I mean, securing that top slot can give you quite a lot going into the playoffs, especially when you lead into those scenarios of, you know, choosing your own opponent and whatnot. But it looks like we do have the rosters of both teams here. Woop Troop having Dima, Mac Truck, Tyler, Memory, Cam, Toxic Trousers, and Vinci. And Frogs on Fire, Akua, Iggy, Toasty Toes, Crow, Luca, Karius, and Julie's, yes.
Yeah, true. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I have not seen either of these teams play. I have not cast either of these teams' game. I think I have gone into a Woop Troop game, but for Frogs on Fire, all blind for me. I don't know who's the heavy hitter. I don't know who's like I wouldn't say carry, but like this guy should keep carrying. Looking out for Woop Troop side of things. I've seen Dima play. They're pretty solid. I've seen Mac Truck play. She's pretty solid. But that's it. Those are the only 2 I've seen. Those are both their DPS players. So not much into this analytically.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed quite a lot in these types of series is that a lot of these drafts end up being like, you know, can the DPS players end up being oftentimes a lot of the star players on all these teams, and it ends up being like if we can enable them to make space for those players as part of it. And looks like we do have our map pool though, with Nimbani being first. I mean, I'll admit I'm a little biased. Not a crazy Nimbani fan, but it does actually have quite a large variety of different compositions you can play on this map. You can try to play a little more of those die-based comps. You can try to be a little more static, but it doesn't work for all teams.
No, Nimbani, I always say about this is either you either get all the way to the end or you don't get kept the first point. That's how this map is. But I mean, Woop Troop right now is going to a big low morale team support here. I mean, they are 2-4 in the season, and they've lost the past 4 in a row. They've only won 2 maps in the past 4 games. The other side, Frogs on Fire have won 3 straight and have only 1 lost map in the past 3 games. So, definitely different scenarios going into this. Frogs on Fire, of course, are probably ecstatic, you know, knowing this game puts them at the top of the top for playoffs because I'm like, you know, 2 bye weeks. Who wouldn't want that? And this side, Woop Troop playing just for a better spot, not trying to play playing games. So, different survival versus, you know, advantage here.
Yeah, Woop Troop with this composition pretty much having to play active at all times here. Frogs on Fire can be a little fancy, but they're running the sim TP, allowing them to potentially just TP to the high ground and just take over or something. And Winston kind of been struggling a little bit recently into the recent meta with all the damage increase, and they will TP to the high ground and just immediately take this away from them, forcing the supports off into a corner away from their own team. And now the core's been split up. And then no one's touching the point though, so I guess we don't need to cap the point when you can TP away back to the other high ground again. And they've taken all the space away, but they don't really have a whole lot to put actually pressure on the point until they set themselves up there. Cam does take down Cool Guy, which does give him an opening in this composition. Frogs on Fire still kind of playing around with this high ground. Tyler going dangerously low, but this Akua Symmetry is so high charged. Tyler tries to get the health back, will not be able to do that. Cam will take down Akua, and this has been a surprising brawl for how easily that space was taken by Frogs on Fire. This fight just continuously going back and forth. Toasty Toast finally sitting on the point. Crow will take down Memory as Crow just contesting this high ground constantly, getting extremely low from Altair on the Freya. 2 ticks already taken up, and Tyler getting dangerously low. And this should be a cap for Frogs on Fire. already coming up to the high ground here with the Sim TP. I think this will take down KO quite late. And that would be a pretty clean follow-up point. So you get a lot of push on this point. Relevant, you still there?
I was muted that entire time. That's crazy. So glad not having us talking. Yeah, but I mean, all this up, you know, you're up 3, you have a lot of space to take, and Price Fire is going to keep it close. I mean, you see the Tracer swap or the Bad Tracer, sorry. Price Fire already has 2 ults ready to go, about to have, you know, all 5 played right. Woop Troop only has 2, post to pulse bomb, but they're not taking space. Price Fire just has so much space gained on them, and they're just trying to touch, but kind of the swap points here. Shotgun Fire just on their backside. Wow. Big pulse bomb, javelin, and you know, Lucha right there just cleans up.
They do. This is kind of a little bit of opportunity they need here. They swapped up the composition a little bit, kind of forgoing the dive a little bit. Tyler becoming a little more one of those ground tanks, is able to just sit around and say, I'm here, you have to look at me. Dragon Fire sitting on a lot of ultimates themselves right now. I mean, they can just push forward potentially with Sim Wall themselves and go for an Arisa ult, or even just, oh,
wow,
who needs to do that when you take an early pick?
It's taking early pick. Wall does come out, but let's quick side here. There's 2 out. They might just get 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, cool. what can you do when someone gets an early pick just like that? Okay, we'll get a trade, which will help them coming back into this fight. Woop Troop sitting on a number of ultimates that, I mean, between both teams have been beat, they can touch. Oh, but no, SimTP out to try to deny them the touch.
Yep.
Nope, wait.
Oh, they do get a touch.
Oh, they're here.
All the ults about to come out. There's a beat. There's one ult. There's another ult. Beat comes out the other side.
Those two getting damaged though.
Those just gonna just get burned. Oh my god.
Arisa Overwatch surviving? They're still alive.
That is crazy. That is actually insane. 10 HP.
What is a dream? Tyler's having memory trying to trade it out, and they are getting a few more. Tracer Lucio here sitting on the point, but Baptiste Freya can put out so much damage, so much pressure. Akua will fall towards the end here. Memory attempted to start out, but what can they do when Cool Guy and Freya is able to hit those shots? That I cannot believe Itositos lived.
I don't know how, yeah, Itositos lived. You know, got on like 6 HP, gold form, got back up to 100, took the TP, lived, got a pick while on 10 HP, and then you get looked at for like a hot minute. So, Itositos just either amazing amount of skill or just a quick stroke of luck to help him out. Woop has Pulse Bomb and Bullet Shot again. Barfire has Bullet Shot as well as Window. Window has not been used yet. So Window could be used here to gain some space. But I mean, Itositos is just making it happen anyways.
Tyler will fall to Akua so early on. Window is popped just like you mentioned. Itositos will take down Latar. And they're getting it around this corner. It's getting a little bit dangerous now. Afraid of the ultimate. Crow's getting close to beat. Now, there is a little bit of saving grace, and that Cam is very close to the Kiri ult. But Cam trying to flank right now. Resources and cooldowns already pushed out. This could be an opportunity for Cool Guy to get a kill, but no, Memory will take down Cool Guy. Wow. This is an opening for them. And it looks like they're just going to try to TP out, but no, they don't really want to give up all the space. Sim staying in, kind of left by their team, and the team will retreat.
Yeah, it's going to back out. Try to get some pick here. They're going to get anything though.
Pick. Yeah, but again, still in a similar situation with these ultimates. Falcon Fire, fast approach and ultimates first, but another early pick
that's a good one.
for Woop Troop, taking down Cool Guy. This is another stagger. This is something they desperately needed going into this fight. Less than 2.5 minutes now remain. And, I mean, Woop Troop has an opportunity to potentially win this fight. They do have the Kiri ult. No one will be forced to respond with beat, and they just need to disengage out after that.
Yeah, I mean, Woop Troop definitely doing amazing right now, you know, after getting, you know, just no real foot in the door on the second point, just holding up for a couple minutes or two through some team fights. So Woop Troop doing a really good job of playing the patient game here, just trying to get picks if they can, but Falcon Fire trying to look aggressive here. Rush comes out, Pulse Bomb came out, I don't hear nothing else. Bullet Shot comes out from this side, everything's fine.
No,
everything's going.
Yeah, team's popping all the ultimates, but it does look like Falcon Fire, just by the fact that they have more. It seems to be coming out of this because Woop Troop is so low on all the cooldowns. Arisa will fall, but a trade actually comes out on the enemy tank. Beat is popped, and potentially got even more trades. Alter taking down 2. which actually should mean they win this fight. They've somehow come out on top on this ult trade. They use 3 ultimates for it, but that is 3 ultimates that are absolutely worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, Cam's already back to 30% with Rush here. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. Altair, again, also at 67%. Memory going up into. So they're just letting it fly.
Yeah, now Frogs on Fire coming in here with the window themselves. They can use this to get a bit of space for themselves, leaving Jules on this high ground and windowing down. But I've really been liking how Woop has been upping up the tempo. It has been proven to give them a lot more time. They've been using to get a lot of trades. Immor already forced out on Jules. Tyler getting dangerously low for all the damage from this window. Altair getting close to their ultimate as well. They've been a lot of the big factor in trading these fights out. But they're getting dangerously close to Cappy. No, Cam falls early.
Wow,
Altair popping out. Memory getting pulse bomb. The DPS making this winnable right now. Tyler is getting dangerously low. Altair will fall to Cool Guy.
Wow.
Cool Guy just getting 3 right now. 4. Cool Guy legitimately just saving the entire thing for Frogs on Fire. And they will cap, with less than a minute remaining.
Yeah, less than a minute. I mean, what a cleanup there by Cool Guy. But if I'm Woop Troop here in this situation, don't get me wrong, you definitely don't want them to ever get to the end. But after, Giskin roll that second point, and they have, probably 3 to 4 minutes on the clock, 20 seconds isn't that bad. Now you just have to show up and do, just run them down, all 3 points. Just do the same thing, but run them down and not get held up. Yeah, I mean,
we can see the stats right here. They're actually fairly even, honestly, across the board. You mentioned it because in the beginning, it seemed like that Woop Troop's getting rolled towards the beginning, but they found a little bit of their footing towards the end, and did make it winnable.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm looking at that. Akko's beat hasn't really done much. 2 beats out, I'm pretty sure. 2 beats come out, barely 9,000 damage. On the other side, I think Crow had like 1,300 with 2. So Akko using beat, maybe their team's just better at getting it through faster, or they're just out. So far, beat has been used for survivability, and it hasn't really taken much mitigation damage out of it.
One thing I've noticed quite a lot so far, it seems like, I'm not sure this is due to how Woop Troop's playing, specifically Tyler, or if they're not keeping him up enough, or if it's just the focus fire from Frogs on Fire. It feels like Tyler oftentimes is in that situation where all their cooldowns are forced and they're very low and they're forcing them back up, where when I look at Toasty Toast, besides that one time where they somehow lift on 1 HP, it feels like they're kind of winning the HP battle.
Oh yeah, I think that BAP healing is just so much more powerful than Kiriko's. Just goes out so much faster. You have Immort. And I mean, if you get yourself from less than 100 HP up to 300 in like 2 seconds, I mean, Google's doing their job.
Yeah, we do have Memory kind of poking around here in the back line, not letting them know them. Bapti's getting incredibly low. Immor already forced. This is an opportunity for their team to push in. Peel coming out, recall forced.
Jules should be out.
Jules will fall. This is actually a perfect opportunity for them, and they might be in a case where they cap faster than Frogs on Fire. Toasty Toast getting dangerously low. Will fall. No, gets a trade actually on the enemy Freya, which does open up the damage battle with Cool Guy still being alive with Freya. And we're getting incredibly low, but they actually will fall short just barely of a tick right now. Turning on to Akua, taking them down the high ground. Snow is trying to get a trade, but Tyler will not let that happen. 1 tick already out for Woop Troop, and I think this should just be a cap.
Such a faster cap than Frogs on Fire there. I mean, one solid team fight, and they did nothing special. They ran it up on the left side high ground. Frogs Fire met up there, and Woop Troop just won that battle. They did no fancy antics taking the other high ground, swapping plot sides. They just went straight up the middle, and it worked. I mean, Tyler's gonna get beamed here.
Altair will take down Crow. Memory has been an absolute nuisance here on the back line of Frogs on Fire, forcing them to turn around, forcing out Immors. Now, there's a lot of ultimates coming from Frogs on Fire with how much damage they've been taking. But a massive ultimate from Altair will take down 2 people, and this snowball just continues, potentially getting it down a third. Tyler will take down Akua, and they win this fight decisively. You're only using 1 ultimate that charged up just as fast as a pulse bomb. In fact, they have 2 players on the team that essentially have a pulse bomb.
Yeah, I mean, 1 ult gets 2 out. I mean, Immort was down, and Toastos just could not reach it. I think the slow from bullet shot slowed down Toastos from taking it. But I mean, we're gonna have 3 ults going to this. Other side has 3 ults, so this comes down to how it's used. Maybe Tyler can lose it here, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Jules put it in the window on the gets on the high ground, pops roll, and just immediately takes down and decimates the back line of Frogs on Fire. Akua will take down Altair. looking to pop the blizzard. They think that they can win this. I don't think they can. Memory will take down Arisa.
Wow.
And the May, and this is the cap. They're going into third point with over 4 minutes remaining right now.
And they only use one out there. Foxfire used 2. So Drew has survivability here. Crow still has not got beat. And I get it has only been like three team fights. But man, beat still not fully built up yet. Well, we should be for this fight at least, but just really good work by Woop to keep that day.
Yeah, Cam popping the carry out, just wanting to keep up this momentum and not even let him survive. Jules will have their Immor forced, but a lot of their team will get around the corner safely. Jules getting dangerously low. Toasty on toes, popping their ultimate, getting so low.
Wow.
Beat returning right now. But Crow has to choose right now what to get out. They will pop the beat with 2 people down just so they don't get fully wiped right now. They're looking for any kind of trade. They're in the back line, but they're getting dangerously low and they're being hunted down, but no, we'll let them stay a while back there. Now both DPS ultimates available for Woop Troop in exchange for absolutely nothing. Altair taking down, coming on, cool guy.
Another one.
We'll get the pocket around. We'll be taken down by Toasty Toast. Oh, Tyler getting a little bit low. Pulse Bomb popped on the Toasty Toast. Jules is dangerously low at 1 health. By Toasty Toast, just Liz is able to take down their opponents. And I think they will actually be able to hold despite a dangerously close fight. But Cam thinks they can win this. Cam and Memory still in this fight, looking to take down this Baptiste, but no, they'll be traded out, and that will be a hold for Fox on Fire.
Yeah, I mean, that is insane. I'm not gonna lie. Cool Guy has been the first pick, I think, on both sides. So, not saying it's an issue, but definitely if he can stay alive, he'll get something going for them. But as of right now, he's usually the first pick by Altair, and they can make quick work of him and make quick advantage of it. But I mean, if with Pulse Bomb coming out, I mean, maybe Terror Surge on the other side.
Yeah, Woop Troop having to build up a little bit of their ultimates after using them in the previous fight. Jules has had their Immor force at a lot of these fights very early on. And now just both these Tracers kind of fighting a little bit off on the side. Cam has gotten their rush, so this might be an opportunity for them to push forward. They do. They pop the rush, taking up all this space. A little bit of duel back line with Tracer. Window pop by Jules, putting a little pressure on Tyler. But nothing's really.
Nothing really nothing happening. It's kind of stand ground there. Yeah,
Pulse Bomb out on Tyler. It's a reset. Doesn't really do a lot. Tyler will pop the reset ball, bringing 3 people in. Takes down Jules' Immor. Akua getting dangerously low. Cam will take them down the back line. No flanking for you. Jules will take down Tyler on Arisa. Beat is out. Just doesn't save them right now. Pulse Bomb out.
Wow,
will take down Jules. What an excellent Pulse Bomb. Toasty has their fortified force. This could be an opportunity for it. Cool Guy trying to clutch right now. Is actually able to take down Cam, so if they're able to survive, they do not. Altair will take down their opponent. Akua just trying to stall out here on the point a little bit, trying to get a trade. Altair will not let that happen. Toast trying to come out right now on the ball to touch the point. Were they able to touch? There's no. Wow. They're not, and they with 3 minutes on the end is just an incredible time.
Yeah, 3 minutes up, and I mean, if you're Woop Troop, all you have to do is hold them. And they did that very well the first time round. So Woop Troop kind of looking for a favorite for this map, which they are definitely the underdogs this map. Do not get it twisted. They are definitely the underdogs in this. Vying for survivability, trying to get a play-in. They are playing for something. Foxfire also playing for something, but to them, it's not a heavy blow if they lose this. Of course, no one wants to lose. That's horrible. Everyone likes to win. But Woop Troop definitely cannot lose this time around. They need everything to go their way today.
They really do. Now we saw Fox on Fire teasing this kind of sim strat again, and I'll be honest, I'm not quite bought into it. Not necessarily because the strat is bad. I just don't feel like they played it very well. They TP'd around, took the high ground for free, and then didn't really have anything to force the point for a very long time, which made them kind of waste a lot of time they could have gotten for free on it. Now, if they play that differently and do have that set up to try to take the high ground, drop the Arisa on, and then kind of go for it and just keep the rest of them in the high ground, it could work. But this time, again, Woop Troop's comp is completely different. They're on the Arisa themselves, no longer on the Winston dive, able to dive a little more. This hamster is looking horrified right now.
I mean, Foxfire can get the sim shot to work. They had the Woop Troop a 2-2-1 split. If they can, as a team, 5v1 the guy by themselves, it'll go their way. But they didn't. They all looked at different people, and they all kind of didn't make a decision. They didn't commit nowhere. So yeah, we're gonna try it again. And we're gonna see what happens. Again, see if they're in 2-2-1 split again. So they gotta make quick work of this or make something out of it.
They do have this high ground right now, but their composition is a lot more split now. Tyler will contest this point right now, but their other team's in a pretty decent spot.
Wow,
Will take down Cool Guy.
Wow,
That's exactly what we needed. The Fray does so much damage. Jules, oh my gosh, Memory taken down by the combination of Spear and Jules. Wow, Jules getting.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait a minute.
Didn't come out. It bounced, I think, backwards. So big blow there for Frogs on Fire to lose your tank. And
they
I
might
mean,
sneak a tick. Oh, no, they don't not sneak the tick right now. And this has kind of been a little bit of brawl back and forth. Like, who will take the sim off the map? Crow trying to live, but no. I think
they do take a tick.
They do take a tick. I think this, though, where it will stop. I think just trying to come back here on the Doomfist, trying to clutch it. Nah, I'd win, they say, and I do not think they win.
And no, unless someone can, no one's going to connect that touch. So, I mean, big motivation there for Woop Troop. Again, Foxfire tried the sim strat, and once again, they had Woop Troop split up in like 3 different groups, and they just kind of sat there looking around, not knowing what to do next. I think they're like, they got to a certain point, they planned out, and it did not work how it should have.
Yeah, they had a few opportunities. It was so rough, too, especially when you only have a minute left to attack. And we've seen here, this is almost a complete reversal of how the stats were after Frogs and Fire's first attack. The deaths now between both teams and even the kills have completely swapped. Woop Troop looking amazing on the stats right now. And now they have 3 minutes to just get slightly over a tick.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Woop Troop here, of course, you want to make quick work, one team fight, in and out, right? But you also have a little bit of, an insurance time here to where if something doesn't go right the first time around, it's not a huge loss and beat yourself up over. But Frogs on Fire, anything goes wrong on your side, you're the first pick, someone gets split up, someone gets caught out. You cannot go into panic mode. You cannot split, you cannot peel, and just totally divert from like a solid plan. And we have the hamster back out. Echo carries this thing in his pocket. That thing is bigger than Lucio's thighs himself.
It actually is.
Lucio, you need to work out more, I think. This one needs to have the 2 more legs.
Yeah, one thing I think we saw as we get into this night here, Woop Troop just deleted and broke down the first point defense from Frogs on Fire incredibly quickly last time. Now they're running the exact same composition. We saw his Memory got in the backline and immediately forced out Jules' Immor, as we already see. We're kind of fighting over that battle on the right side. I think they're doing a little bit better job of that right now. Fighting right there, not letting him do it, but it looks like they're 2v1ing Akua right now on the DPS, and I don't know if we're going to get healing for our Freya here.
Oh,
the health pack was stolen, actually, from Memory. They do get Jules, which I would say is even the more important pick. But
oh my god, he's getting away. Oh my god. Agua is looking for this pick, bro. He does not care about anything else. He is grinding through war. He's like, this is the war I need to win. He does not care about anything else. Oh, Tyler does not get moved off there.
We're getting so close to the end here, and Itosito's getting very, very low. Will die, and this could be the very beginning of the end for them. Crow getting incredibly low, taken down by Tyler. Cool Guy will give the trade on their counterpart, but Immor's already been forced. Actually, no, Tyler down as well. Memory saying no. We will cap this, and they will. They won't have no touch.
Don't touch. So Woop Troop takes first round. So now Frogs Fire on the back foot here. They have to see. I mean, there's not really like, oh, what did we do wrong? Blah blah. It's how did their team comp do so much better than ours when everything was kind of, a mirror. I mean, I'm looking at the stat right now for map, and I mean, it's just the death counter is so much different. On the other side, for Frogs Fire, Toast, Cool Guy, and Agua had double-digit deaths. Jules and Crow both had 8 and 9, so not bad support side. On the other side of things, only 2 people had double digits, which is Tyler and Altair. The other 3, 6 across the board. I mean, healing is a little bit more for Woop Troop side, but I mean, this damage is so even. It's just this death counter. I mean, Foxfire could easily have gotten that on their side if they didn't have 3 people above double digits in deaths.
Yeah, it really felt like to me, Frogs on Fire was doing such an excellent job working with Memory, getting them in the backline, and having them apply so much pressure that all the cooldowns of their backline are being forced out. Jules was constantly in a situation where their Immor was forced out very, very early, just so that they were able to survive themselves. And increasing the tempo, like whenever you increase the tempo, Baptiste becomes kind of a little bit vulnerable sometimes, especially, running Bap Lucio, it is a little greedy in some cases, into high tempo compositions. And that was kind of one major difference in composition we saw. We saw them running the Kiri versus the Baptiste from side to side, and I don't think we really saw Cam die that much. We see Cam died, I think, what, 6 times at the time? Now, while the Baptiste didn't die too much more at 8, it was still a situation of their cooldowns just being forced out earlier, which their team doesn't have available to them just to keep their own selves alive.
Yeah, I also think Jules was playing a little bit more, like when they got low, played a little bit more selfish. Well, when Cam got low, TP out, maybe had cleanse, but Echo was there to get to them. I think Jules and Crow played a little bit more split. I get it, you have some runs that plays flank, you have Lucio plays flank with someone else, Bap takes care of everyone else. I completely understand that, that's how it should be. But if you don't have time to rotate or at least peel for the other support, he's going to play more for himself. He's going to lose track of everyone on his own team.
Do have immediate ban from Frogs on Fire on Irisa. Like, no, we don't want to play any of that. Which, in some aspects, is a little surprising to me because they kind of started the running of the Irisa.
Yeah.
In this map.
Yeah.
And it felt like, yeah, maybe they just want to make it and put more pressure on Tyler. Tyler trying, banning the Mei. We saw a little bit of Mei briefly on the defense.
New Junk City, so I will not be surprised if there's a Diva. So Wuchu probably going to, they banned Diva, so maybe they run Diva, maybe they run, I think who else Mei would counter.
Of course, we are in a situation, remember, BPL having mandatory playtime, so we might be seeing some subs, it's possible. So there could be a situation where, somebody's been subbed in, it's going to be subbed in, we know they're forced to be played, and we know this is a hero that either they primarily only play, or a situation where just trying to get ahead of starting the strat, or you want to do your own strat and just be like, nah, I do not want to play into this.
Yeah, so, these bans, Arista makes a little bit sense. Mei, if there's a reason for it, there's a reason for it, right? It's just New Junk City. I'm not surprised if, they probably both play Lucio, so I'm not going to ban it. But, maybe Brig gets banned here. Maybe, or Macho, because Macho's just so powerful right now.
Mei, speaking of that, Mei is very strong into the Ram mirror as well. Like, if you are in a situation where you're running Ram, you get that freeze perk.
Oh, yeah.
Then you just hold on them, they're just frozen. What do you do?
Exactly. So we have roster changes for Woop Troop. Mac Truck is coming in for Altair. And then on the other side, Frogs on Fire, Luca is coming in for Jules. So we have a support swap and we have a DPS swap.
Okay. So Luca here, we might be seeing a little more of Kiri play on this map. Is my potential guess. Altair was they were playing the Freya, right? Yes.
Yeah, I want to say that was Dima, unless it's a ringer, because Akua is Agua. Let's get her name change. What am I looking at? What am I looking at right now? I went away. Never mind. I don't know what I was looking at. I was a little scared.
And looks like both teams are teasing the Ram mirror, so I think we might have been slightly right about trying to take out the Mei, so we couldn't do that. I'm not sure if Cool Guy or Akua have a good Mei on them, but if your team doesn't have the same and you don't want to play it, that's absolutely something you can take out.
The duck, got it. It was just so close.
yes.
Couldn't tell what it was.
Very metal duck.
Yeah, very metal duck. Luca gonna run the Moira. Moira Lucio versus Lucio Kiri. Old change, so definitely different everything. So we have a tank mirror, we have the Lucio mirror. Other than that, it just comes down to who can get more value out of their selected hero.
The Frogs on Fire already want to push up and extremely aggressive here. They have the Reaper, so and Moira. They just want to go in. Akira getting incredibly low. We'll just get punched down and taken out. Tyler getting very low as well. Taken out. And this is just an absolutely decisive fight win for Frogs on Fire.
We got to kill somewhere on the Genji. So, yeah, I think it's going to be more aggressive, be aggressive, deal damage. Don't heal the team. If they're dead first, who cares about your team, right?
Yeah, no, Frogs on Fire in this competition, they just want to go. There is no stopping them. They will just go. Woop Troop, caught off a little bit off guard in the beginning there of that tempo, and you can see the slow already coming out to try to get it down. But Suzu's already forced. This could be an opportunity to go right in. Cool Guy just unwrites right in front of Memory and will get taken down. And Toasty Toast dead as well. Mac Truck will fall in replacement, and this is Moira trying to get the trade, but will not. So this is actually will be a pretty nice free fight win for. The fights have gone so fast. There's no ultimates built. There's no ultimate to use.
Yeah. If anything, Luca just probably get this first. Aggo's already 60%. Luca's close also to old. It just comes down to, like you said, quick fights, ultimately built, but it is going to go down to who can deal the most poke damage here. Keep people at bay.
Yeah, we do see Mack Truck here finding a little bit contesting the point against Aqua here on the Tracer, not letting them get in for free. Memory sitting here on the high ground, but Mack Truck taken down early, and that's going to be an extremely big issue. Coalescence
Already out.
already forced. No support also available to respond to on the kind by Woop Troop, and the point was already flipped right now for Frogs on Fire. So you just need to reset and get out.
Just to get out, and I mean, unless you can get a touch here from Woop Troop, I mean, it's gonna be close. Or you just play for next point. I mean, you're at 80%. There's no sense of going in using rush. You know, trying to use some 2 ults to make something happen, but you never know. Someone might do something.
Yeah, we do have a good looking for a little bit of Pulse Bomb trying on the flank right now. We'll go under just so they can touch. And Mack Truck taken out immediately again. Kyriel pop. Try and keep this alive right now. Will they decide to invest anymore? Pulse Bomb out, beat pop.
Going
on both sides. Tyler does have the Antithesis have the Ram ult available to them if they want to, but no, Memory taken down. Akua taken down as well, and Tyler will not have to pop the ultimates. I don't really have a chance to pop right now.
A lot of ult used on both sides for that.
Yeah, we do kind of a great ult reset right now for both sides. Minus a few here. Mack Truck getting close to their first ultimate here, and I think that's really what we need to see as we get the next points here. Mack Truck keeps dying a little bit first.
Yeah, and Luca's already at 60% to ult. They have Blossom. They're just gonna they're gonna play this corner and just jump them. I mean, yeah, cool guy looking for something massive here. There it is. Just one at least.
No.
2. Does get dash. Mack Truck though does get trade out anyways, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, cool guy gets 2. Pretty much got 3.
They do, and that's incredibly good value for Reaper ult, which is oftentimes very hit or miss on whether you survive or get value out of your ultimate. So first cat will come here to Frogs on Fire. Now, Root Troop right now, the only team with ultimates, I think they just need to go aggressive and use them.
I would say you gotta make this, get teamed up, have speed M, have 2 ults. I mean, you probably don't need to waste both of them, but it definitely could be good use here with Blade. They're just gonna. They're locking in though.
Yeah, Memory taking off quite early. Blade pop right now by Mack Truck will be able to get one, and this should be a nice fight win for Woop Troop. Actually, only having to use Blade for it, which is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Luca has built up to their Coalescence as well, so I think we're going to see an incredibly aggressive entry for them next fight. I think the next fight, Tyler needs to play kind of bouncer. They have the ultimate themselves. They can play aggro and take all that aggressive action and pop their ultimate surviving more. Memory getting dangerously close to the ultimate, which their team is going to need.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think that was going to be in Woop Troop's favor because Tyler's playing kind of around the side. If I swear, kind of walked into the whole other team, and they still came out on top. So, kind of being pushed back against the wall. They did pretty good to keep themselves up. But yeah, they're just going to play a wrap point here, and I mean, he's just going to look for a bomb pulse here on somebody.
Yeah, Luca popping the Coalescence just immediately on Tyler and forcing out cooldowns. Here he's been forced, but Cam not able to take down the first and flanking them out. Tyler popping the ultimates to survive themselves. But I don't know if they need anything else. Wait, Tyler dies?
Cam, he had no healing on him. He was only taking damage.
Yeah, thankfully, Cam getting 3 people in this fight, actually saving their team. Cam and Memory coming together to just do everything for the roster, and actually Woop Troop will get this point. I only having to really use one ultimate since they capped it.
They're definitely going to meet up and have a team fight up before this point. It is so far across the map, and I will not be surprised if at least one ult gets used here by one of the teams for sure. Pulse Bomb will probably be used. Anything.
Yep. Pulse Bomb team being used by Kua right now. Fighting in a little bit of an awkward area. I think it looks like both teams are going to give it up and work away to point. I take it back. Frogs on Fire hard speeding in to try to get to point, not let them get for free. Pulse Bomb out, will not get anyone. Mack Truck takes down Itosi. Mack Truck redeeming their name right now, falling upon all the damage of Memory.
Oh my god! Oh my
nice
god!
Shot on Cool Guy. And this is an incredibly cheap fight. One ultimate, one win, and Woop Troop will take the first, the first cap on this point.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great OC there by Memory. I mean, Agua could have had better Pulse Bomb. Use it after cleanse, just cannot get any sticks on anybody. But I mean, oh my god, that was a quick little headshot there on the Cool Guy. Mac Truck, getting the first entry pick. So good work from him. Beat Rush.
Curiel popped and beat in response by Crow, but Akua has beat of their own. Hits 5, but Memory doesn't get the beat, and then will get chased down with it. But this is when you need a trade on Cam taking down. Cam's been so aggressive in these fights. Daito's just taking down Mac Truck. Is on fire right now. The Genji, it has been activated, and
God, Mac Truck, she's going crazy right now. Mac Truck, being like kind of first entry pick, just getting destroyed by Luca. To two backpack, what, 3 pieces, I think. And they're gonna take this point, and they're gonna go to the last. Unless,
well, it looks like they want to touch.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna make it.
I think we will see a Akua maybe pop in from the side, or maybe the Lucio. They will make. Oh, they don't.
Touch.
No, he was so confident. He takes out Akua and says, "Nah, this is our point."
Oh my God, Memory is okay. Memory is playing such heavy bodyguard right now. Oh my God, they're still fighting.
Yeah, and actually, winning this fight essentially for free is so good for Woop Troop right now. It allows them to build up a little more of their ultimates. And Cool Guy, they've had enough of the Reaper life. Reaper Friday is no more. It's Saturday somewhere in the world. We're back on Sojo.
Yeah, back on Soj, and I mean, Tozos has ult here. Tyler else has ult. Blade can come through. Luca's gonna have Cole again. About to have Cole back again. Already coming out, trying to be aggressive. Blaze and get them.
Yeah, Pro popping out immediately. Back truck getting a little bit low.
Oh my God.
Toasty Toast trading onto the back line. Tyler also trading. Cam taken down by Akua, who's now on this Genji. Slow both teams. Will Tyler pop this ultimate? I don't think they should. No, and no. We'll take that as 1-500. Luca actually teasing a little bit of the Baptiste now for their team. They went from going faster to slowing it down a little bit. I think this Baptiste could potentially be pretty vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean, Luca, because if you Samurai, you counter the Genji, you have good healing output. Luca is just, when that Emor goes down, you're just going to get jumped by that Genji and definitely by that Kiriko. So, unless you play super passive and patient, you have at least someone next to you to play bodyguard, it could work. But I mean, he's just going to run you down. And
yeah, Tyler actually just running into their back line, getting dangerous though, not getting healed, and just chooses not to pop the ultimate. I think it's their own team's being pushed so hard to a corner. Luke, I take it back, Luca, getting 2 on the Baptiste. I doubted, and I have been proven wrong. I can admit it. Blue Troop getting up 3, actually 4 ultimates themselves. They could just run them down.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler is trying to be so aggressive here, and I don't think his team is just with them. Like, he could easily just have, Kiriko with them and get something. Someone's got touch.
Memory. They do want to get touch out. No, it's taken down. A little bit of dodging from Luca, but actually traded out onto Memory. That's just wants to play out this fight. Both DPS on Frogs on Fire getting dangerously close to their ultimates. Beat his house. I suspect we will see the blade coming out from Akua here in a second. We do take down Akua, but Kiriel popped. Tyler trying to survive on point, but I think the sustain from the Ram is just too much with the Kiriel. And we will see it flipped over to Woop Troop, but every single ultimate on their side used. There is nothing in the bank. Frogs on Fire does have their Soj ult, getting pretty close to both the Sov ultimates. This is going to get dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I mean, Woop Troop could easily, keep the sustain for a hot minute until ults get back up. But yeah, 4 ultimates used, and kind of the only thing, they usually only got like 1 pick each, so kind of all ineffective in their own way. Emor already out early, Emor gone. I mean, gonna play bounce the door. Wow, Acto goes down so quick. They're gonna push right back inside. They're just gonna walk back to that door.
Really good kite from Frogs on Fire to somehow come out of that. Only losing 1 person until Itosi came down. Cam always good for their 1 right now. Cool Guy trying to get out. They do not want to fight this. I take it back. They do want to fight this. They're going back in. Tyler getting shoved into a corner. Taken out back.
Oh my God.
Taking out Cam. Very nice shot.
They're finally getting everything going on the Soj. Reaper was not it for those first few moments. This last 2 fights are gonna go crazy. Wow, there's 2. There's 3. I mean, now it's match point. Anything goes, and it's even when it comes to your ults. I mean, you will have Window, you'll have Blade. They might have OC. They might have Blade on the other side too. So it just comes down to who can use these ults to best advantage and who's not going to spin them all in one fight. Because it's going to be even. So if everyone uses 3, both teams, that's even. But if one team uses 1, the other team uses 3, and the team that uses 3 loses that fight, that's a heavy, heavy blow for them.
Yeah, this could be a good opportunity now for Mack Truck to go aggressive with his blade. There is no support ult to play into. There is a window, but that one can do so much into a blade. Right? Luca's gonna have to play so far away to avoid being completely caught out by this. Slow is already used. Actually, Luca just taken down when they use the blade. My coach knows getting two. Come taking on the back line. They just fell over.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah, no blade comes out, so window was good, even though Luca did go down first, but on that whole team still lives. So this match, this was gonna come back out. Tyler gonna come out the same ult. I mean, it's just good work there. Frogs on Fire.
If Frogs on Fire, this is a dream fight winning the fight with just that, and somehow the blade not even coming out. And Akua just teasing right here. You can see they want to go. They just don't know. Okay, I think they do know now. Blade coming out from Mack Truck does take down the Lucy. Itositos will take down the other support line, but oh my gosh, they're just taking trades back and forth. Itositos ultimate is done. Tyler still has theirs in the bank if they want to use it. I do not think they will need it. Itositos taking down Mack Truck, and wait a minute, Tyler actually might be forced to use his ultimate. Memory getting dangerously low, has their ultimate as well, but I don't think they want to pop it at 1 health. Cool guy taking on their counter for Tyler might just have to pop his ultimate, but the support line is here now. Yes, Tyler will take them down, and you know they didn't want to use that ult in this fight. They will cap this point, but Itositos not letting them get this for free. They're just going to get to 99%, and actually their team is coming back. They're going to have to spend even more in this fight for a fight they had already won 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's still not going down, even though both his there's been like 4 trade outs on his back line. He hasn't died once. Finally out, but I mean, again, 99-0. It is going to be a big comeback. I mean, you got 3 ults on your side, and so you're going to have 3. You're going to have 3 as well. So it's even, but Troop, you want to not use your ults unless you necessarily have to. Tyler had to use his, but man, it did not get the value it should have.
Yeah, Woop Troop, I think, needs to go aggressively in this fight. They can't let themselves in a situation where they let the other team build their supporters up and they use their carry out, but okay, they do get a trade on cooldown, which absolutely they need. They need to get these staggers as much as they can. They need to burn so much time. They will get the Baptiste. Luca taken down. Itositos getting dangerously low. Wow, this is wonderful. We're now almost within 1 star territory here, and it's going to be a massive ult trade. If you're Woop Troop, you need to do something to catch them off guard. Frogs on Fire will have essentially 5 ultimates. They will have more on you.
They'll have such an
Truck
advantage
sitting in the
here.
back line. They're playing to potentially assassinate someone here.
Oh, OC comes out, B comes out, all the yeah, everything's going.
In both teams, but no, somehow nobody dying. Memory so low. Will be taken down by Akua, and oh my god, Cam is down as well. Tyler, I do not think we'll build this all in time. Itositos popping it, pushing in. They want to finish this right now. Somehow surviving. Mack Truck will trade one, but Tyler dies without being able to use their own ultimate. That's absolutely abysmal for their team. Akua will die, and Frogs on Fire taking this and just returning it back around.
Game 3. This is how it should be. This is great. Oh my god. So
yeah, this has been a banger series back and forth.
yeah, 100%. So I mean, geez, if you go to this last map, it's Gibby. You know, how do you plan around this? If you're in a team, there isn't much bans you can go for because everyone, you're doing a mirror almost.
Well,
so it's so
if we're going
like this guy,
if we're going to watch point, I'd be really curious. I'm not familiar with the tank line of Frogs on Fire, but I'd be really curious if they have someone who plays like the Diva Winston or whatnot. If they do, then obviously they're probably in a pretty good situation. If not, they might try to do some more of the TP shenanigans they were doing on Numbani to kind of try to take you out of the different high grounds for the team. And if you're Woop Troop, and if you are aware of what they play and do that, you can actually try to ban out the Symmetra. We already seen their team want to play Winston themselves, so we might try to see more dive attempts from them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, of course, they swap anyone back out. You know, who knows what happens, but yeah, like exactly what you're saying. I completely agree. Sim is going to be the biggest threat to Woop Troop if you're going to play any sort of dive character. Because I mean, they banned Diva the first map. As soon as they play Diva, probably won't play Winston too, like you said. But if you're Frogs on Fire, your biggest issue is Cam on the Kiriko. I mean, only person on that team with 7 deaths, the least amount of deaths in the entire lobby. If anything, Kiriko is probably the one person you're going to look at today.
Yeah, I will be curious to see that. Cam, you're right, though. Cam has had tremendous value throughout this entire series right now, both in terms of keeping their team alive, but also just being able to find those critical picks at the times that mean the most. Aitoshi, though, especially on this Ramatra, has been incredibly dangerous. They're always pushing those advantages, always going in and not letting off the pressure. And while we do have Tyler kind of matching essentially on the stats, it feels like it feels like the impact has been so strong for them. And we don't. Our bans are in already.
Bans in, and they are nothing we expected. So Tracer, I mean, I guess you don't deal with the flanks. I understand. Brig, I get it. Juno Brig map for the dive, maybe. Price Park can do the same thing. I just thought Woop Troop was going to go to Kiriko. Or not Woop Troop, Fox Fire go to Kiriko. Cam's just been such a menace on both maps. That has been the biggest threat. And they say, you know what? We're going to go for more of a different character that they haven't even played this entire series. So
I'm a little surprised at the Tracer ban from Woop Troop here. I thought a lot of times Memories was getting the Tracer battle over the Tracer on the side of Frogs on Fire. But maybe it's also, we've also seen on the previous map that Memory was playing more the hit scan type role. So maybe, unfortunately, they won't be able to play that role for them when they're doing so well on Nabani. I just want to take that out from Frogs on Fire. Banning the Brig, I do find that a bit interesting. Maybe to try to prevent an Ana Brig type situation. From competition-wise, again, we saw Ana get banned on first point, and Brig gets banned on his third map when they were trying to run the Winston as well. So I think it could be doing that, or it could also be a situation when they want to play D.Va, and Brig's, quite good in the D.Va.
Yeah. I mean, right now, they're on a bathroom break, so we have a little bit more talking to do. So, they're on a bathroom break right now. But yes, this will be different. Probably both going to play super heavy dive, like you were saying. But this keeps the Symmetra window open for Frogs on Fire, which could make or break Woop Troop here. So, that's going to be something to watch out for. Support-wise, I mean, yeah, I get it. If you're gonna run the Winston, helpful as can be. It's just this Tracer pick is such a wrench in plans for everything. I don't know now what they're gonna run, because they've run Tracer both maps, and now that kind of throws me in for a loop for either someone's gonna swap out for Memory because they've ran Tracer both times.
And they ran Soj last map, actually.
They did. You are completely right. Yes, they went on Tracer at the end to touch. Sorry, the thing they said. But yes. So, let's see.
I will say, one thing that is interesting, though, is that usually, especially on these escort type maps, Tracer is kind of your main person who can test and push the point. Without that being available, who does it for your team?
Yeah, there's Fire Fire with the already showing the Symmetra. I mean, maybe not go. Who knows?
They're showing the Symmetra, but the TP, the Roadhog kind of strat, maybe.
Yeah. Woop Troop playing a good comp here. They have peeling every guy. They have someone TP, can wall ride, climb walls, slide out. So Woop Troop playing a little bit more movability of a team, hoping not to get caught out, as well as able to get to where they need to be. Frogs Fire, if this is what they go with, if it's not a troll pick, playing a little bit more.
We're gonna see the TP get a hook, I believe.
Yeah, this will be great if it does.
I feel like I will never see it work, but the one time it works is cool. They're standing right there, so it could happen.
Oh my god. The wall comes out. The wall comes out and saves him up. But yeah, it's gonna... Oh, it goes back in. He's gonna swap to D.Va probably. Yep.
Yeah, I took this D.Va. I did see someone in chat earlier saying Aitoshi play D.Va. Never. The take Dolls is incorrect. I believed you, and I feel betrayed now, personally.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Foxfire just gonna play under. I mean, Agua they're just gonna get a free push underneath the bridge, and they are just not making any contest here. I mean, two of them are still on like the back choke point. Toasty trying to make something happen, but now they're finally gonna go down, and it's gonna finally get a team fight going.
Yeah, Aitoshi was they're just maintaining this high ground here on the D.Va, trying to get their team in a place where they can advantage. Akiva getting a little bit low from the Freya damage. No trying to get them off the high ground, but turns out Hazard can just block for a very long time. Both teams kind of fighting over these top left and right sides. Ugato already getting so close to their Bola shot. And it seems like the spot is finally enough. Memory forced to slide away. Rakua taking up the Genji spot. Bakua's coming around in the back line. Coming to pincer maneuver them. I don't know if they know they're there. I think Tyler has seen it, so I hope they called it out. Cool guy, one shot off from their Bola shot that they can use to go aggressive. Luca actually already at the Kiri ultimate. Tyler getting so low, just taken down immediately. And they actually will not even need to use the bola shot. Lucio caught out, and this could just be essentially one fight, one cap situation.
Yeah, I mean, they're wrong. They had a good team fight going to stagger, but I mean, Frog and Fire just kept moving point. They were maybe off at most 10 seconds the entire time. They just kept moving it. No one really contested by Woop Troop. They're ultimately focused on height there. But going to this, I mean, they don't have height on them. Four on the top of the ship, and they're just gonna hold them to come through this door. And it's just, again, it'll be another stalemate. Who's gonna deal the most damage first? You can get the first pick, because it is quite literally just a damage fest, and these supports are doing the best. And Og was the first one to go out.
Yeah, that's an absolute. That's exactly what you need right now if you're at a Woop Troop. Get it, Posito's gonna pop the bomb, trying to Poco bomb it.
Oh my god, it's Tyler. That bomb was so tiny still.
Cam pop and also try to clutch and get some trades to win this fight out. Beat pop by no in response. Akua pops beat, but does not fast enough to save memory. Mac Truck will pop the blade himself. Will trade no back. Tries to get the Freya, but he's not able to get the trade. Itositos taking down Mac Truck. And this fight, which should have been a clear fight win for Woop Troop to be able to stage back on the high ground, is now a fight in the favor of Frogs on Fire. They just keep moving right now. Tyler and Memory, pretty much the only teams up with ultimate right now, and them getting back into this fight is going to be really rough.
Yeah, I mean, let's take a for touch here. And Tyler could touch with ult here, just lock him in. But it's close. I mean, that's all you have. You have one ult on your side. Memory is close to OC, but someone has to stay point. You have to play point here. Memory is so low. And he's just,
Blade pop by Akua right now. Immediately takes down Memory. No taking down Mac Truck as well. Tyler does DMX the Diva, but it's just Tyler and the supports here in point. Can they stall it out? With Tostitos being DMX'd right now, this could be a chance to trade them and win, but Cam getting so low is taken down. Tyler's still alive here on point, but gonna fall as the supports do. Memory pops ult, but while getting two, wait a minute. Just can't hit the shot. Genji will take down the last two raid members. And I'll be honest, I believed there for a second.
I did too, but as soon as it came out, they already got point for them, so it would have helped them stop some time, but they would not have saved point.
Yeah, and now they're just running so fast in this last point. 4 minutes on the clock is just an absurd time. Tyler getting off the hazard onto the Ristra. Memory is just cannot let free Cool Guy play it as they've been. They want to challenge them right now. This high ground being fought over and has been consistently won by Frogs on Fire. Kiri ult almost up for Cam, but Cool Guy does have the bullet shot as well. And will we see another Toasty Toast Poco Bomb? I think they might. Cam getting so close to the wall. They're fighting with the high ground. It's gonna take down the Lucio. I thought it was the Genji. But Memory moves to trade on no. Mac Truck taken down by Akua. Cam will pop the rush. Memory getting dangerously low, taken down as well. None of these ult trades are going the way Woop Troop needs.
Woop Troop, oh my god, this was getting 3 there. Got 4 pretty much with bomb. I still don't know how Echo died. I didn't even see him in that general area. Let's see him around a corner. And somehow, I don't know how Mac Truck lived, but that's just how it be. I mean, yeah, last fight, and you have no ults on your side.
Yeah, if you're getting so close to the beat, they have to live right now long enough to be able to get it. Tyler right on the edge of their own ult, but Cool Guy is in this power position. They're able to spam from the high ground, putting out so much damage. Tyler is so low, the beat's coming, just barely gets them in time. They fall down. Akua on the blade, just slashing on their team. Taking down Memory, beat pop I know just to finish it out, and this is gonna be a tremendous time on watch point. Just a smidge less than 3 minutes.
Echo waited so long for a beat there. I mean, maybe you didn't see it. Very possible, right? We had a different field of view, but the Freya was low. Your tank was low. I think your Kiriko was trying to stay alive going back into the spawn. And I get it. Beat is like, you have to use it right to get some good value out of it. But man, using it just so, like, just a millisecond too late, and then no one not really get much value of it is insane. But Luca, no deaths, which is...
Wow. I mean, this stat line pretty much just tells the story of how this map has gone. Frogs on Fire has just, their DPS and the team has played so well to kind of pincer maneuver around Woop Troopers. Woop Troopers is forced to kind of play on the back foot, and Frogs on Fire just constantly, they're just there. They're taking advantage of the space, they're keeping it, they're taking those high grounds, going around, and just... It's actually so impressive. The aggression that Woop Troop had on Nimbani just isn't present here in this map right here. I'm not sure if they're a Diva player or not, or if I was being gaslit in Twitch chat earlier, but I feel like we should have seen more of this earlier, honestly, maybe on Numbani, because it's working quite well. All this, they're making so much space for their DPS to kind of run around, do what they want, and just, it's just crazy.
Yeah. D.Va was banned for Numbani. We didn't get to that though, but it did get banned at the same with Ana. That is why I think it used. But Tostos is making great work. I mean, two bomb kills, which is very rare nowadays, knowing everyone is just not, they know what happens and they're prepared. Back to back is kind of insane. But already going for aggressive touches here. Memory trying to get something going. Not really looking at much. Waiting for pit stop there.
Yeah, Tyler now on this D.Va, trying to feel like, you know, I mean, D.Va nowadays can put out so much pressure on the enemy team. About to be able to shoot out and actually do this high ground and low ground maneuver quite a lot more. Cam getting really low, trying to fight against Cool Guy's damage. I2 is also sitting a bit low, but we actually got a lot of point pressure so far that we got us to this point. We do see Cool Guy shooting down on them right now, but all the matrix for Tyler is gone. They kind of have to give a little bit of the space right now. Memory fighting out Cool Guy for the space.
Far away.
But everyone's just on the slow ground. Frogs of Fire can kind of just shoot down as Toasty Toast just sits on the high ground. Tyler trying to like kind of get them out of there a little bit, but is forced out cooldown wise by Toasty Toast. Not giving up the space, refusing to let down. All this damage is charging up Cam's ult quite quickly, but no one has fallen on the side of either team.
It's just stalemate again.
Yeah, but Tyler again getting really low. Suzu forced already, so Tyler will live. Toasty Toast just about to have a bomb. I mean, we've seen what they do with their bombs. They've been liking the Pokebomb maneuver quite a lot lately. Cam does have their Kyrie ult pop. Tyler demeched, Pokebomb out. Surely we don't get a kill with this again.
Oh my god, not yet. Does get a demec kill though.
Tyler, oh no.
Oh no, that is just unfortunate. And I mean, Tur's team fight's gonna go to them. So let's get this straight. So Toastos has managed to at least get 3 kills with some form of mech, 2 bomb kills and 1 remech kill.
Yeah, and I just looked at their perks too. I'm pretty sure they got the perk for the longer remech distance damage.
Yeah, if you are facing Frogs Fire in this playoffs, D.Va has to be like game 2, has to be game 1 pick or game 2 pick at least to make this close. Because he is just going insane and he's getting everything he wants. He is getting.
This just will take down Mack Truck early, which just further delays us even more. Frogs of Fire just sitting on a plethora of ultimates right now. Kiwa just trying to get out and live, and Tyler is going to be staggered for this. They could keep the stagger going for quite a while.
Yeah.
They will show mercy and let Tyler die, but a minute and a half left, and what can they do?
And I mean, all you have right now is Bola, Bomb, and Beat. In reality, Bola's going to be useless unless you can pull out Cleanse, pull out, dodge defense matrix, and you can get past deflect. And
the trade on both teams, I guess.
Trade, so not too bad. Yep, Cleanse comes out, and this could have gotten 3. Beat comes out as well for Frogs on Fire. Not much pressure. Wow.
Cool Guy point blanking Cam, the bullet shot, take him down, but there's no Beat to return the favor. Akio died a little bit earlier, so maybe the trade for Lucio was a better trade than the Genji. Tyler will take down Lucas, so this does present an opportunity, but Tyler has bomb, and I swear to God, if we see Tyler get a kill with his bomb, I will lose my mind.
Almost got knocked off the map. No remech kill this time, so finally does not get some value out of the remech or mech in general.
Yeah, but the point is not moving at all during this time. So we see they're fighting over the stuff to get the kills, the trade, and clear out their backline. But okay, the point's finally starting to move a little bit. 3 ultimates available right now for Woop Troop. They do have opportunity. They can win this fight and force it out. They're in a little bit of a better spot than they were before. If you're Akua, you know, you potentially have to make something happen. Maybe go a little bit aggressive with this blade. But Beat will be available to respond from Akua right now. Mack Truck blades immediately with Rush.
Blade.
Want to blade their own. Takes down Mack Truck on the return of the ultimate. Beat pop. So actually, all ultimates have essentially been forced right now from Woop Troop. Cam taking the trade Akua right now. So this is a little bit in their favor. Toasty Toast taken down, but Cam traded back out. Cool Guy sitting on their ultimate right now. Tyler getting so dangerously low.
So low.
They need to be able to live right now. Memory takes down their opponent. Akua going to the Somber to try to contest this right now. But I think they can only stall this out. This should be a cap over for Woop Troop, and they do cap it. But that was dangerously close. So much time was burned on the clock.
Yeah, so much time burned, and I mean, if you're Woop Troop, you have to quite literally. This has to go your way the entire time. You cannot have any team fights, any sort of time go your way.
Oh, Pussy
out of neck already. Wow, and he's just gonna Okay. I mean, quick reset. That's fair. Pass reset and probably getting your back. But now they're just gonna sit there.
Now, this is exactly what you need, because this staging this high ground is so important on second point. Be able to sit there and kind of force them to go through you to get into there. But actually, they actually get through incredibly easy. And the ult hit by Cool Guy and cut by Matchup. Takes down 2 in the return. And the rush was popped during that too. I don't know if I see it or not, or if it was an Ajax. That might have been Ajax. Toasty was actually taking down memories right over there. So they're making this fight dirty. And, excuse me, no trade is out. So actually, despite this starting out incredibly well for Root Troop, I think this is going to be a fight win for Hawks on Fire.
Oh my god. It is going to be a, I mean, yeah, because it's going to be a hot minute till they get that, and that's just bullish.
Well, that was just spiteful. I'm going to be honest. That was just spiteful.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, Hawks on Fire, because on top, even though they were up 1 during that whole sequence, and I mean, they used ults. Oh, sorry, the ults were not used. Bullish shot got used, got some value out of it. Well, Sensei was also used, got value out of it, but more for cleanup. So, not horrible on Hawks on Fire side. They used Rush, which again, we didn't even see what that was, so who knows if it was actually used properly.
Less than a minute left here now. Hawks on Fire is sitting 2 on their own, but most importantly, they're sitting on the beat. They can respond to almost anything Woop Troop does with that beat. And we've seen how dangerous Toasty is with these bombs, but actually Memory and Mac Truck combined to assassinate Cool Guy, which is what you need right now. Mac Truck about to have a blade. We need to see the value come out. Beat will actually save Akua just before they fall. And this is opportunity for Mac Truck. They blade, but taken down right when they did it by Akua. They were ready for that moment. Cam about to get the rush. Their team needs it right now. Tyler getting so low. Popping the bomb on point. No, getting 1. Akua has to dodge the bomb. Will be okay. They will.
Oh my god! Almost.
So many cooldowns. Toasty taking down Memory and popping the bomb of their own. And I think this is just a fight win for Hawks on Fire now, unless there's just an insane. So wait, okay. Wait, this is actually what you need. Akua will take down Toasty before they re-mech. Mac Truck in the blade, still contesting this point. Spawn's still in the favor right now of Frogs on Fire. Luca getting incredibly close to that rush. Memory popping the bullet shot directly on Akua, just cut it down. Cool Guy taken down by Memory as well. What can Memory do it all? Can Memory clutch it enough for them to get back? Tyler coming back on the Doomfish. Rush pop by Luca right now. Toasty was trying to stall it out. Now beat drop pop, stall even more. Cam getting so low, will fall down. And the spawns are so much in the favor right now for Frogs on Fire. Memory taken down by No, and no, I think Woop Troop's journey ends here.
Just like that, I mean, Frogs on Fire with that win does take the #1 spot secure no matter what happens the rest of the way. They take that #1 spot. On the side of things, Woop Troop is hoping that people above them, I think it's the Spud, I forgot their name, they have to lose. I don't think they'll get the spot anyways, but if you're Woop Troop, you want the other team above you to lose anyways, because you never know what can happen. So I don't think they can go up anymore with this loss. Yeah, right now Woop Troop is stuck 6. Frogs on Fire with the win stays first. Everyone else up for games. Everyone else can either move up or move down something. Right now, the biggest people to rise and fall are Polaris and the Marshmallows. They can go to 2 or 5th. So, but I think Toast is my MVP. For this.
Yeah, I was actually going to say the same exact thing. I think Toasty is my MVP. I felt like they were incredibly strong on every tank they played, and you felt like their impact was just noticed. And they kind of had a little bit of that aura to them where they're like, yeah, I'm going in, my team, you better follow me, we're getting value. I mean, what can you do when you have a D.Va who's just throwing Pokebombs out? I mean, if that's so confident, I know what. Usually everyone saves it for remake, but they got so much surprising value out of it, so they're absolutely my MVP as well. And I do think, though, this is not all bad, though, for Root Troopers. I thought they actually played way better than I was expecting into them. And this, I think, serves a little bit of a notification to the other teams being like, hey, watch out. You can't just, completely ignore us. We just took the potential #1 seed here to 3 maps and felt like we nearly won every single one of the maps. That's scary.
Yeah, Skodas, I mean, they'll be playing for whoever's 7th, 8th. But, yeah, right now, Camp Halfburger and Zephyr are playing for survival not to be eliminated. Frogs on Fire, like I said, #1, they're on the clear. From here on out, next this few weeks, it's playing film room, see how everyone else playing, try to see if you can get any advantage on anybody. Everyone else in the middle ground is just fighting for a good spot or not a bad spot. So everyone in the middle ground fighting for something to get an advantage on everyone else.
Yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be an absolute banger weekend, honestly, with all these games. There's so many games in all the leagues that have the ability to drastically adjust the standings overall. I mean, you can see right here, we do have one more game today. School of Rush versus Nurture coming up. Actually, should be pretty much right about now, honestly. And this game, I'm curious to see how it is. I think Nurture's looked a little bit better recently. School of Rush has been a very strong team throughout the season. But
Yep.
that's what to look forward to next.
I have nothing else to add. I mean, I'm kind of sad I won't be here to watch playoffs. I might be able to keep up as time goes on. I won't be able to see anything live, so kind of bummed. But I'm hoping when I come back, I'll be able to cast some of these games later on. But we'll see. We'll see. That's all I got.
All right.
Anything else from you?
No, I think that's it. We're gonna go to a short break and get ready for the next match for you guys.
Yeah. See you guys.
I know I should leave, 'cause you're driving me mad. You burn like a fire. I'm so goddamn naive. I keep coming back, 'cause you're taking me higher. Higher than I've ever been before. Then you let me down again, close the door. I know I should leave, 'cause you're driving me mad. You burn like a fire. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but it doesn't make it sweeter. We wake up in my bed, I forget what you did, but it doesn't make things easier. You're with my again. I believe in every word you say, baby. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but the truth still tastes as bitter. I know I'm a fool, here we go again. I think I might lose it. I try playing it cool, but you have your ways. You know what you do. I'm higher than I've ever been before. Then you let me down again, close the door. Yeah, I'm such a fool. Here we go again. I think I might lose it. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but it doesn't make it sweeter. We wake up in my bed, I forget what you did, but it doesn't make things easier. You're with my again. I believe in every word you say, baby. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but the truth still tastes as bitter. But the truth still tastes as bitter. But the truth still tastes as bitter. Now you're calling again, sugarcoat everything, but it doesn't make it sweeter. We wake up in my bed, I forget what you did, but it doesn't make things easier. You're with my again. I believe in every word you say, baby.
Hello. We're back again. You tried to get rid of us. Didn't work. We're still here. I'm Headrammer, and my casting duo here.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, irrelevant. Yes.
Yeah, I'm super relevant actually. His name is could be opposite. It's my alter ego actually.
Oh, true. This person, well known around the world.
Mr. Worldwide, you know me?
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. But we do have a different matchup for you now. We went from A. I think it only makes sense we naturally go to B League right after that. School of Rush versus Nurture. You think this can be? What do you think is going to happen in this match, Roland?
Well, knowing Nurture is the heavily favored underdogs. I have School Rush winning. Being second seed. Everyone knows how this goes. School Rush is up there. Nurture can't go up can't go higher and can't fall any farther. So Nurture playing the game because they kind of have to. School Rush playing for first. So for School of Rush, this is how this works. If they win, no matter what, they they're in top 2. If they win 2-0, they sweep Nurture, which is probably going to happen. Daybreak just has to get a map on Aurora for School Rush to take first. If they lose in general, they can't get tops. But School Rush get a sweep, have a chance of first. Daybreak has to get a map with that as well. So it's a double win condition for that one. A single win keeps them second, so they're still gonna be top seed. They lose, they're stuck where they're at. They could fall, very possible there. But School Rush, if they go 2-0, perfect. They can take first, but they have to rely on Daybreak to get that first spot.
Yeah, so a lot of potential seeding implications here. Now, I will say, despite Nurture being the 8th seed and not having winning a map yet, these are oftentimes the exact breeding ground for an upset in a series. You have a top-seeded opponent playing against a team that is, much lower seeded. And especially at this point, again, you mentioned it, Nurture isn't able to come anymore, but when everything's on the line, it's just like, okay, we can sit down, we can play, let's just play one good match. We saw at one point in time with the London Spitfire in Overwatch League Season 1, they thought they were out, they thought they were done, and it's like, oh, whatever, we'll just go play with Carefree, and they just ended up bonding stuff and clicking, and this could be an opportunity for Nurture to do something similar for a team against School of Rush, who oftentimes might be underestimating them. And we do have Nurture's roster of Moonlights, Bandit, Why Not, Poofa, Starry Night, and Lovely Bug. You tell me about this roster? We have my team has faced them in a scrim beginning of the season. UG is going to be their heavy hitter. Same with Moonlight, those are going to be the top 2. Lovely Bug is going to be like their hard carry backline. Poofa, no disrespect, I did dumpster your ass in a few of our scrims, but he's still pretty good. Poofa's still pretty good. No hate there. All fun games. But yes, DPS are going to be their main go-to. Bug has to be alive. Bug can definitely keep the team up if they all play correctly and play together. So those are the 3 that I'm looking forward to this series. Okay, then on this side,
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I was going to say, something you were just saying on the other side.
Oh, yeah. On the other side of the School of Rush roster, we have Banana Shake, Gala, Fish, Fives, Grunt, Futok, and Hobo and Empty.
I was going to call him Grunt, because I cannot keep a straight face with that name. I have seen them play a little bit. Fish is he's scary for sure. And then Empty is also a scary Lucio player. He will run so around you, you won't know where to look. And then DPS wise, I haven't seen too much, but I'm definitely more worried about Fish and Empty to be like the main guys to definitely cause issues.
Yeah, I was actually just rewatching their Week 4 match recently, and I actually do know a little bit more about School of Rush. Banana Shake and Gala are actually pretty scary DPS line. Banana Shake I've seen oftentimes wanting to go sometimes to a little bit of Sombra, playing a little bit of other those types of DPS. Gala playing really liking the Widowmaker and various hit scan type roles was incredibly strong. I was watching them play against Laura and was playing who's considered to be one of the top hit scans in the league, and they were absolutely holding their own, oftentimes even winning that battle as well. And on a map like Blizzard World, that could be something exactly what you want. If you can have a hit scan, be able to sit far away and just get value and you not be able to get to them, that's exactly what you need to win a map like that.
Yeah, and I mean, we're going into Blizzard World first map, and bans are already in for them. I don't know if we're going to do that straight in, but definitely excited with these bans. School Rush got rid of Ball, Nurture got rid of Genji, which are some good picks. I will not be surprised on the Gala side or School Rush side. Gala goes Widow here. This is a good Widow first point map. On the other side for Nurture, it could be anyway. I don't know what they're going to run entirely, how they're going to run dive like most people do, but they need to take that top spot off the rip. Whoever's attack has to take that top spot or that height and push the defending team onto that point and take control of that. But I think Score Rush, Gala is definitely going to be running the Widow here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they start out with. They have shown to really enjoy that hero across a lot of it and perform incredibly well on them no matter what. I'm not sure if they're on the defense or attack first. I think if they're on attack, they might try it. If they're on defense, I don't think they'll play the Widow. Yeah. They might play kind of a little more stable hit scan. It's easier to defend with. But I mean, going second point though, I mean, you could potentially run it there the entire time and be completely happy with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
still getting the ball. I mean, that is actually one thing I believe I heard from some of their teams that they really struggle to run into ball. So that could just be remove that early on. Don't want to play it. But at the same time, it's also a bit interesting too because I feel like the next map after it, Saravasa, is a much better ball map than Watchpoint is.
Or yeah, I think with ball, Blizzard World can be an issue for that first point and definitely the second point just to get in and out. Because a lot of little hidey holes to go through. We got Savarsa being, a push map, or flash map, definitely got areas to grab onto. But I mean, who knows? Who knows what can happen? But if they run ball, that second map could be a lot of issues.
Yeah, for sure. Blizzard World is our first map. I think this could be a tricky one for Nurture. I think a lot of the strength of the DPS line on the side of School Rush actually works pretty well for this kind of map. We do see, we kind of thought about it a little bit. And again, this could be a little bit of tease of the Widowmaker for the life grip them back in right after a shot. But it wouldn't surprise me to see this one as well. Nurture coming out on the Tracer, Freya, Orisa, Kirilucia. So actually a pretty stable comp. A lot of what we've been kind of seeing earlier today from our other teams.
Yeah, and I mean, with this comp, you're definitely running more poke versus, bit brawl and some dive. But School Rush running double sniper here against not little squirmy character and a character that can play pretty much hit scan from a distance. So School Rush definitely gonna look for definitely some early picks head on and just kind of speed their tank through. And I mean, wow,
yeah, trying
something.
So yeah, Benishai going back over the Tracer while Kala's able to kind of hold this line here. We do see Starry Knight kind of sitting pretty far away from their team to just be able to play a little bit of that off angle. Kind of fighting Banana Shake here on the right side, trying to deny them a little bit of that high ground. Gives immediately on the Tracer. Moonlight takes down Banana Shake, and it's kind of right now, getting so close, just missing a few more shots. God, they do take down there. Wow. And so the DPS line of Nurture immediately kind of taking down their counterparts, and Skull Rush just kind of forced the back up right away. They did not respect made them know they were there.
Yeah, I mean, great start there for Nurture. Just kind of the tone of we still want to win this game. We still want to put a win on the board to at least get something positive out of this season. But yeah, Skull Rush already planning to take height, and no one's kind of, there's no pressure going for him. Little walk on here. But yeah, in this small room, this Tracer could go insane if played right. Yeah, Emor already out, forced out.
And they're taken down, but why not? Will get a trade on the Baptiste, which is a tremendous amount of healing on the side of the team. Why not getting really low? We'll get Suzu'd, and unfortunately we'll be taken down by Gala, who's still sitting near the point.
Oh my god!
Moonlights by Gala. Okay, we see you here. Okay, somebody check their PC. Unfortunately, let's kill everyone. Polyphone goes wide by and this should be a fight win for School of Rush, an easy cap, and it felt like they were kind of just let back in.
Yeah. Can someone clip that in the chat? I want to see that in the BPL clips later, please. That was a crazy shot by Gala. I mean, you already have beat coming for School Rush. You're gonna have sight. I mean, they're gonna have everything except Flux here. Nurture has Rush and maybe Bullet Shot. I mean, at most, maybe Terra Surge if played right. But I think Rush has not come out. I lied. I couldn't tell my screen that was blurry.
Yeah, we have Gala playing so far back to make sure they're not able to get the Tracer's not able to get on them. Taking down by Hobo, trying to get into that back line. Not possible right now. So Banana Shake able to get over here to the back line to put more pressure on them. Gala
Rush comes out.
Be able to see their two ults out between for Fish and Hobo, using the window, and then why not? Well, does get the trade on Gala, which does provide a punishable opportunity with Rush being out, but with their carry down, they're just gonna get melted, and the point will continue moving.
Yeah, I mean, you have Beat, you have Pulse Bomb. Scorch used 3 ults there. Nurture only used 1, so not bad. But Poofa needs to get that Beat charge up. I mean, I was, already almost 50% to the second ult. Why not? And Moonlight have been holding on to the ults for a little bit, probably for this next fight. But I mean, wow, Gala almost got a free pick going, and there's no pressure on Gala. Gala is just sitting here, I am pretty.
Why not popping the resell, using that to take down Hobo, but they're going to see 9 the point. They're going to see 9 point.
Oh my god,
nobody's able to touch despite them getting the early picks in that fight. A C9 comes out by the side of Nurture. Unfortunately, was not able to touch the point in time. So what started out as a great combination by Why Not, unfortunately, will be a point cap. We now have 4.5 minutes going to third point.
Yeah, and I mean, they had to get out. They have no speed without Orisa. Orisa's kind of just be walking. Trying to just target. But I mean, Grunt is just kind of chilling, just trying to get some poke damage going. I mean, you see Moonlight playing so far back, getting just damage on point, but Gala is not scared to just run this down up front and close and personal with this Widow. Just sit apart and just wait.
I mean, Gala's been playing with absolute confidence. I mean, you can see why with some of the shots they've been hitting this entire time. Moonlight's taking down Grunt, forcing the rest of the team to back up. And this should have been, Pulse Bomb goes a little bit too far, but Hobo will still fall afterwards. And Fish forced to back up right now, but again, still just barely less than 4 minutes left. Poofa's sitting on this beat right now. Banachek takes down and it seems like it was pretty much a one clip. I don't even know if they knew they were there. And this does provide an opportunity to go back in. Gala can pop their sights to just go in, but Banachek coming up. I don't know if they know they're there. Oh, one clip coming in for Banachek on Moonlight, looking disgusting. Damage will come out on them, forcing the recall out, but Starry Knight's cooldowns have been forced. They're, why not, getting dangerously low, just get absolutely melted. Fish popping all this personally take down Starry Light. Poofa's so low, and this point is getting so close to the end. They do have beat on their end, but sights will come out, so they'll know exactly where they're going. Banana Shake gonna look for this Pulse Bomb. Poofa has to beat early, but their team will have the touch before the beat can come out. Pulse Bomb does miss, but taken down in the point to touch. Poofa beats, but is only able to get 3, but it isn't enough. They need to find a trade right now. Playing at point blank range, will be taken down by Moonlight. Starlight puts out the window, getting a lot of damage. A big rock coming out. Starlight just immediately takes them down. Poofa going on the Tracer, not letting them get their value. Why not popping the ultimate does take down enough, and this should be enough to hold them here.
Yeah, I mean, good. I mean, it took a hot minute, to get them stalled from point, but ults used on both sides. If OC was used, or Gala just changed, sorry. So just Window was used on the other side. They have beaten the chamber. On the other side, Nurture has Pulse Bomb, and it has to be coming up on OC. So Nurture here has to play a little bit more passive. Square Rush can play a little bit more aggressive here and just kind of force him back. I mean,
I think we'll just see beat engage.
Already screwed. Why not is already stuck in a little.
Oh no! Oh, Reese Overwatch. Oh, Reese Overwatch. We have survived. Yeah. We have survived. I'll recall force out already. But if you're Grunt right now, you could just decide to go aggressively with this B, but we're just gonna chase down right now. Why not? We'll actually end up falling. Amp forced out, and the support line is just in this corner. It's so dangerous. Banana Shake taking out beat popped right now, and they're just being run right over. Fish about to have the ult. I don't think they need it. Moonlight's still taking down Banana Shake, but it's all for naught as they will cap with 1 minute and 42 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, now if you're Nurture, you of course want to play at the same pace they did, right? Just because it worked for them, it should, in your mind, it works for them, it works for yourself. However, you need to set the pace that they should follow. They play a little more aggressive, and they cut out a lot of your ults when you're on defense. I mean, Skull Rush maybe use 1 to 2 a fight, and you use 2 to 3 a fight. And yeah, it worked. It got you some time wasted, and you kept, you won the team fight. But it came to ults in the chamber, Skull Rush just had you every single time. And you see by the stats here, I mean, a lot of deaths, not a lot of deaths, but I mean, the deaths have been related to whole team fights. Everyone has died at the same time. As much of all this one guys been picked off. Everyone go in. It's I got 1, 2, or 3, and the team was just cleanup time. So you want to play at your own pace. If you play too fast, it could go wrong for you. If they're just going to be able to counter that, so play how you need make them force out things that they shouldn't do.
One thing I've noticed that School of Rush is doing really well is we were seeing both Grunt and Benishek playing together in that kind of Lucio Tracer combo. They were taking a little bit of those off angles, chasing down people, and while I was doing a lot on Tracer earlier, and School of Rush identified that and started 2v1ing throughout a lot of the fights, not allowing them to get that value. And I think it's something we either need to keep in mind, like if Pufa and I can do that as well, if they can do a little of that combination, it's incredibly dangerous. Allowing the Tracer kind of have a lot more uptime, a lot more value. Moonlight's going over the Widow as well. I'm not sure if they're just trying to get a pick on their own or if they want to try to get anything more than that. But we do see a little bit of the map Lifeweaver now on the side of School of Rush, which we've been seeing more and more in NAOWCS. It could be such an oppressive comp, allowing you to play way more aggressive than you went and survive things you never should have survived. Starlight getting incredibly low will survive, and why not already have both cooldowns forced out? Immor even as well on them. Still trying to hold the line here. Starlight so low, he's not able to heal well enough from it. Banana Shake will take down on the off angle. Gala taking down Starry Night, and this is just a clear fight win for School Rush.
Yeah, I mean, unless Moonlight can get something going here on this Widow, there ain't much value coming out of it. Gala is just gonna not care about playing the ones. And Moonlight's trying to look for Gala, but it's not happening. Nothing's going their way. Moonlight either needs to get their own picks or just change altogether. I mean, because Banana Shake is just marking that. Just look at that. Yep. Banana Shake had her marked clearly because kept shooting, and clearly Gala was looking at the same area. Oh, it does get the trade off though. Somewhere. I don't know where they got that at. They got trade back. So now it's just even. DS for DPS. But yeah, if you nurture, you have an advantage technically on DPS. Never mind. I'm going to stop playing.
Unfortunately, got taken down, which negates a little bit of the advantage they had. Hobo pushed off a little bit to the side right now. So, yeah, this does put a path for them to get in, but I need to see more angles for Nurture. We're seeing this kind of them all stacking together, allowing the additional damage of School of Rush to kind of take advantage, but we do see why not kind of bullying Fish off point here. Fish might just pop their ult. They do, just immediately right on the Starry Night. Starry Night, goodbye, no longer here. But why not popping the ult to try to catch out Fish? Fish pretty much did nothing in terms of damage. Sorry, why not stay ulted? Why not taken down by Fish on there? Trying to get on the DPS on this high ground, but Banana Shake will take down Hoof.
So close.
And just one ult from both sides popped, and a minute and 43 left on the clock, and we see a little battle going on here in the back line. Do they think someone's going over here? Oh yes, there is the in the back line. This could be a chance though. Like, we do pop the sights on both sides for everyone can see where everyone is. But dying down late. That's another stagger.
Yeah, that's big. Especially they're so far in the enemy back line. And I mean, there's no way you're gonna get back to your team without getting spotted out. But Moonlight gets at least a tag on. It probably isn't gonna do much, but Window comes out and it's just both windows come out. Moonlight gets the pick on Gala. Split even. Ooh, that is going to be big.
Ajax.
Oh my god. Oh, Poofa.
Does get a trade, so they at least get one, which presents an opportunity coming back for them. Less than a minute left on the clock now. Both support ults were down and used by Nurture in that fight, and this is getting scary. Tree of Life is available for School of Rush right now. They have one fight left to make this happen.
Yeah, and I mean, School of Rush has Tree of Life here, and that's just going to output so much healing. And they're just gonna play so much damage output here. They're not worried much of the healing.
Oh god! Stop doing it to them!
Oh my god. Dude, check his PC, bro. Oh my god, dude. That is... Jesus.
It just makes this fight... You're gonna have to take this fight without Poofa right now. Moonlight's so low. Fish about to have their ult. Probably just gonna pop it and immediately run to get it. Gala takes down Moonlight. This Widow battle back and forth is going so much.
That cutaway was so perfect. Oh, Polo comes out. Oh my god. Double ult. Poofa goes down again. Poofa got caught out.
And this is just gonna be a full hold for School of Rush right now.
Dude. Oh my god. Okay. At first, I would say, whoever is the observer that cut to Moonlight being down on the floor, that was hilarious. But man, Poofa just not the map. I mean, we had the Ajax on attack. We had you're the first pick again, and then you got picked out again come back. So just a lot of deaths happening over there for Pufa.
I mean, I think so much of this is just Gala just being on it right now for the Widow. We've seen Gala just want to play this, but they're playing with so much absolute confidence. It's a hero you have to play with confidence, because if you were to lose it, you know, there's just nothing left in that battle. Gala hitting all the shots. I mean, a good Widow on the enemy team forces you to play so differently compared to how you would normally have to play the game. You have to be so careful when jumping, so careful with line of sight, because the moment you peek is the moment they just happen to be looking around that corner.
So far, Fish my MVP. He is 26-2 with 22,000 damage mitigated. 22 deaths. That is crazy. Gala had 20 kills that round. On the other side, Ugg had 14-9. Was the only one positive for the team. Pufa did have 10 deaths, so most deaths there. But I mean, man, if you're Nurture going to this next map, who do you ban? Because Widow isn't going to be a good ban for Sarasa. I don't think they're going to run Sigma on this type of map. They may run BAP still, or Lifeweaver. Who do you think they should like ban? That'd be like not targeted, but to help them out.
Well, I think one thing for me, we'd be very curious to see if do we know if any of the tank players on Nurture play ball? Because we did see a ball ban early, which made me think, I don't know if it was just the fact to protect a tank, or if it was specifically to try to like make a ball and thing not happen. If there is ball play that Nurture plays, then you could potentially try banning Sombra to make it better enable that a little more. Because I do know Banana Shake plays Sombra. But we do see a hazard ban from Nurture.
Why not is their only tank. I'm looking at this. They have three supports for sure, 2 mandatory DPS, and Moonlight can be DPS or so. Why not? It's going to be their only tank, at least what the roster shows. School Rush here has DPS and support. I mean, you don't really care about getting rid of Lucio because it's gone in your favor. You aren't BAP. You're going to be using Lifeweaver. I mean, if you're a DPS, maybe you just get rid of. I mean, they're probably going to Tracer too. So who knows what they get rid of here? That would actually benefit them in a positive way.
Yeah, because they're winning. It felt like from a. Let me try to think here, because you could support a DPS. I felt like the best overall performing person was on the side of there, because they removed the Mei.
Yeah.
So this might be a situation of wanting to play the Ram or the Diva again.
Yeah, I mean, School Rush is gonna have a huge advantage, and especially if they go more speed side, which they did on defense at least. He's Alvin, sorry. Anything can happen. Gala, I don't know what else Gala plays. I have not seen him play anything else.
I think we'll see probably Gala on like Sojourn or something is my guess, most likely.
Yeah, and if, like you said, Banana's gonna play Sombra, I won't be surprised there's a Sombra going to this map, which will be annoying for Nurture, because I have noticed if someone is caught out, like you said, they're on an attack, they swing as a team. So if Banana runs Sombra, it can just get their backline and hack one person. If at most they're all going to turn, it's going to be a huge distraction for Nurture.
Yeah, and I think a point like a map type like Flashpoint, especially Saravasa, really one of the strengths we really saw from them on the last map was we saw the Tracer and Lucio School Rush playing together and kind of taking his off angles and putting so much pressure on them, and that's something Flashpoint is so good at, just having so many options to flank and put pressure from behind. It's amplified by 10 on a map like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited for this map. I love Flashpoint maps. A lot of people are like, oh, I hate Flashpoint. As a Lucio one trick, I love Push, I love Flashpoint, I love Control. Every other map I hate. So
You just hate every other map?
I hate every other map. That's not one of those 3 game modes. So I love Saravasa. Saravasa is my favorite Flashpoint map. I don't like the new one. It scares me. It's too tight corners. I hate it.
How do you feel about the reworks?
I saw some on the way to when I was out tan earlier. I have to actually look through and get actual deep down. Why is that? How much aura
this bird is in the sun.
How much
this
aura
bird is actually in the sun,
man?
There's either something like holy of God here, or it's the sun.
What magic do I get if I interact with them? Do I get like a magic sword? Oh my god, we're gonna have.
Yeah, it's like a genie. You rub the head of the bird, you get like 3 wishes.
Everything goes wrong. But I mean, this is an insane differential lineup. You have. Wow. Yeah, this is a big differential.
I think School Rush might be having a little bit of fun.
Oh, 100%. You're running Genji Bastion and Reinhardt, and you only have 1 speed. Oh my god. Hobo's
So I
got
do quite like Nurture's comp though. So like if they play this
I
right, they
do
can
too.
do pretty well. Something with flashback can snowball pretty well.
Why not? Is
Oh, wait,
Oregon-
wait. Why not? I was taking so much damage. To be fair, you got to swing the timings. The Bastion does not have their form. That way they're able to have that damage.
Yes.
Excuse me. All the cooldowns for Why Not already forced out. The backline is zoned right now. They do get speared, so Why Not does take down Gala. Is able to get on the Rhine right now.
Oh my.
Oh, wow, a nice spear on Venetics out of there, and this will be a point cap for Nurture. I mean, you can only troll so much on the team. I think we should see Gala swap off, but no, they're gonna try to make it work a little bit more.
I mean, it's so possible because you have nothing really to deflect to. The only thing to worry about there is Ugg with the Tracer. On the other side, if you can just beam down that Orisa after the spin, she's just gonna get.
Wait. Oh no! Why not? Why not pushed in before the form was forced out there? Gala takes down two people. Banashake taking down the backline as well, and this will be a point flip right now for School of Rush.
Yeah, and I mean, 46% isn't bad. You know, only after like two team fights. So, oh, all right. Gufa just accepted his fate. He's gonna be coming back late. So.
Yeah, we're coming up on a number of ultimates now for both sides here. School of Rush ultimates kind of combined are a little better. If you're Nurture, you have to get out the Bastion form and you push during that. When the Bastion has their form, it's so hard to fight into them. Because despite Orisa having so many cooldowns to keep themselves alive, Bastion puts out a lot of damage.
Yeah, especially with Window. Oh my god.
I think we're going to see Window pop right around this corner right now for them, which does give an opening right now for them. High Noon pop as well. Why not getting eventually low? Starry Night taking down. Oh, we'll take down the support line in favor of Moonlight. Shatter popped out by Fish. Hits two people and they're able to get it. They've turned this fight. Just missed the back of the Shatter. The backline is alive, but not going to be for much longer. As Fish is just swinging.
Yep. Banashake gets, I think, what, 4? At least 3 at least. And I mean, just like that, they're going to flip it in second point. And you have 5 ults, you have 4 ults to the tank on the other side. Nurture, you have 2. Maybe Why Not gets it back faster, but I mean, School Rush just has a heavy start to this.
Yeah, their comp snowballs the more and more their ults are alive here. They have essentially a solution for everything Nurture can throw at them right now. And I mean, we might just see a Bastion ult engage with or even just Banana Shake going in with the blade. Puba does have the beat to respond, so there actually is the ability to fight back from them.
Yeah.
But School Rush already being on this point allows them to play so safe just when the nature.
Oh my god.
They already have point control.
So much damage.
Why not pop their ultimate? But Why Not taking so much damage? Beat drop will keep them alive, so they just go down. Why Not through the window? Does have the pulse bomb. Will he use it? These Tracer players love to use their ultimate when there's nobody left. But no, Why Not will defeat the stereotype and hold their pulse bomb for next fight.
Yeah, and now if you're Banana Shake, you have free reign for Blade. You just gotta watch out for Evor to come out. But other than that, you're gonna have no beat to counteract you. Maybe Ugg can get away. Why Not's gonna take. It's just really gonna look for Lucio. You're looking for that friend, and you have nothing else to stop you except Emort. So you kind of call out for Emort. Hopefully the team comms also know that.
Ready to go.
There we go.
Oh, but Deflect already forced out though, so the flank ult was not able to happen. Fish also just about to have a Shatter, which does provide an opportunity to potentially just lay them out. They can hit everyone on the team except for the Orisa. When the post does get out the Immor. Fish getting dangerously low, but Gala will take down Banana Shake popping the blade, takes down the Immor, takes down the Baptiste, dashes out, and that's a pretty efficient fight for them. One ult, one fight win, and that's another point on the board for School of Rush.
And they haven't used Bastion ult once through 2 whole points. So Gala kind of just keeping, I assume, for maybe last second thing, maybe to keep himself alive. I mean, so far no use of it.
I don't think they really had a need to. To be fair though, Bastion ult, not really the greatest ultimate in the game. So I guess you could use that potentially get Immor out at some point here, but Starry Night does have the window, able to return that in favor of the Hobo, so maybe it gets out some pressure there from them. Window popped out, Shatter immediately going out, but not getting what actually you would have expected they needed. Shield pretty much broken now from School Rush. They gotta chill for a little bit. Bastion ult coming out. Genji will take down on the side, and this should just this should just clear them up for another fight win for them. But
There goes. Just knock it off. But yeah. And that's what they're gonna take. And I mean, you use your ult, almost all your ults, so you have beat in the chamber. But other than that, I mean, Nurture has a bit of advantage on it if they can play it right, which is very possible with this team comp that they're going into. That Bastion Gala is just going to put out so much damage no matter what you do.
Yeah, and Bastion having the 10% reduced size, actually, at least in my own experience in the games, it's made a little bit of a difference. He's definitely harder to hit than he used to be. Hobo's Immor actually already popped out. Moonlight's sending the bullet on a Hobo. Immor no longer there. This does reduce the survivability of them a little bit. Banshake taking down Moonlight immediately. Poopa, though, going to the back line and being aggressive, taking down Hobo. I love it. We'll take down Gala, but the rest of the team just pushes forward and takes them out. Oh, no.
A recall on a Tracer. Let's get the pick. Fish does not care. Fish will slide for his Lucio. But yeah, come back. You have both. You're both gonna beat. You're gonna have Shatter here again. And I mean, Banana Shake so close to that blade, just has to play smart and not get popped with a beat or an Immort. Big Shatter
knocking down Poopa.
Oh my god!
So close to beat drop there. Beat popped by Grunt, pushing it into their backline right now. And there's just no ult on the field, and this will be a map win and series win for School Rush, going 2-0 and 3-0.
So with that, because School Rush now automatically keeps second, they now have to hope Daybreak gets a one map win at least on Nurture. So that being said, big gain here for School Rush. Nurture, kind of unfortunate as this whole season, not a single map win on the other side. Jeez. I think MVP for this match is Gala, just because the insane Widow shots in the first map.
The Widow that's a good point. The Widow shots were incredibly impressive. I think it's hard for me to choose between Gala or Banana Shake. I thought Banana Shake was incredibly strong on all the heroes they played. And it was part of the big reason why it was so difficult for them to stay in there. Yeah, I think I'll go with you on Gala because it's just absolutely so dominant on Blizzard World.
Can we get a replay of that real quick? Yeah, can we get a replay of all those shots? Yeah.
Yeah, just cue up the montage we just casually made in the last 5 seconds. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, exactly. So, wait. Oh, I'm trying to figure this out now. Of course, it's 5-2. So does that mean? I'm now confused because I mean, they would have to too.
Or has to win their series.
That is true. They would have to win their series. Okay.
Yeah, they have to win their series, and if they win their series, they're good. They're guaranteed first seed, then I believe.
Yeah. So I'm going to this. I mean, anybody again below that, same was. Yes. Are we having an exit interview? It looks like we're having an exit interview with Kay. Oh, they're already here.
Hi, Poofa.
Hi.
Poofa.
Hi.
Well, welcome to the interview booth. So I guess, obviously, the season probably didn't go quite how you guys expected. One thing I will say, despite not having a map win in the season, it really felt like your team was really giving all in the series.
Yeah. I think regardless, we never went into a game saying we're gonna lose. I don't give a crap. And obviously it didn't go as expected. I don't think anyone goes into BPL and goes, I can't wait to not win a map. But that's okay, and that's just how the wind blows sometimes. It's not new to me, given my history from League 0, 4 billion years ago. So, it's okay. So.
Yeah, no, it definitely happened. It's just the nature of a draft league. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's hard to figure out if things will click together. I mean, you just never know. I absolutely think you've had some really strong players in a lot of this series. I thought all really impressed me on the Tracer in this series.
Yeah. Something that was really fun about this team was that I had never played with any one of these players at all before, and it was I think it was everyone's first time in a main, and maybe all actual BPL season. which was really cool. And I just am just happy that like hey, we didn't win, but I hope that like we're able to kind of like show everyone like there was a lot of cool people on Nurture. Everyone was, you know, pretty good. Like they all were able to like show up in their own ways. So hopefully like if they continue to play in like BPL or draft leagues, like I don't think that any of my players should go unnoticed, especially like for their like mental fortitude. It takes a lot to play like that after not winning a map. And I think that everyone in Nurture, I think that's like the nicest team I've ever been on, to be honest with you. Everyone was great, so.
And that's absolutely wonderful to hear. I mean, you nailed it around the head there. It's so hard mentally to play a series when I've been on a team like that where we didn't win anything the entire season of something, and like just sticking around the entire time is like an achievement in itself sometimes.
Yeah, it's really hard to do that, and it's also really hard to not like to be like, maybe I just like really need to play Lifeweaver here, you know, like it just feels like that sometimes. But it like the fact that everyone had just like I'm just thankful I got drafted and like we got along really well. Like that's all I needed, really, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right. Is there any shout outs you want to do? Would there be other people that helped out your team, specific members of your team?
Yeah. I would love to give a shout out to June, our manager, Corey and Sev, who coach, and then Bakery and Walkability, who coached or hung out, helped me when I couldn't host lobbies and stuff. And I can't shout out every single player because that's not fair, because I'd have a shout out for everyone, but appreciate those people for supporting us and just all that. So thank you.
Well, thank you for playing this season. We hope you and the rest of your roster are back in some form or another for next season.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope that we keep going on, you know? So, and thank you for casting the game, and thank you for the prod crew, of course, as always. You're welcome, Solomon. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Bye. I lost the voice channel. Oh.
You love the voice.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh,
What a wonderful interview with Booth. I'm really glad to hear that, you know, despite the team struggling a little bit in performance, that at least it was like a welcoming team environment. People were still willing to put in the work, getting coached, trying to get better. And I mean, that's really what you want out of a lot of this stuff. I mean, it's so hard to find a team that is like a good team in terms of like people that mesh together. And honestly, for myself, like I'd be much more willing to play on a team that I enjoyed all the people on it versus a team that was like winning everything.
Yeah, if you have a team, don't get me wrong, you definitely have a team that's definitely great together, Chem. Because yeah, if you're losing, you know, it's not going so well, like mentally, especially a big thing in this type of games. And you have a team that's super supportive of one another, super talkative, want to do things outside just this. It's so much better than a team who go undefeated, but everyone hates each other. That's not fun. You know, kind of just very strict. Okay, we're gonna have a scrim. We're gonna play a game. I'm gonna critique everything that you do. We may win, but there's no like satisfaction in that. It's a little bit dull and a little bit depressing compared to a team that, you know, still want to help one another, super talkative, super helpful, and very welcoming. Is much better environment and a lot more fun and thing like this.
Hey, Solomon's here.
Solomon's here.
It's time to do the end of the weekend talk, because who knows what's going to happen these next couple of days. This weekend apparently everyone's on holiday, and also today's July 4th, so I guess there's no one around. That's why there are only 2 matches today. I just want to run through the other matches. This weekend, me and the team are doing production for the Face It League playoffs. So all of the staff that would have been here, I'm now taking and paying them to work on Face It. So sorry about that. So maybe there'll be BPL matches streamed, maybe not. We'll see who's around. But these are the matches that will be happening somewhere, maybe, on Saturday. Anything that piques your interest here?
I mean, we touched on earlier, Orad versus Daybreak could be interesting for playoff implications. I think Jump Shot versus Reprieve won't be very close. I'm going to talk mostly from the B League wedding. I think my B League standout, honestly, is Birdwatch versus What's Up Doc. I think that could be a very good game.
Yeah, I wish I didn't leave. Could go across the country. I would love to do all this. However, it sucks. But yeah, no, the Aurora Daybreak is going to be a big one. Like you said, Birdwatch versus Doc is going to be a big one. I think, Cream Night Memories, because Middle Ground definitely is going to set some things up. But I think those 3 matches are going to be the most looked at type ones. And if you guys are looking to watch matches, try to look for people who are on this team. They may be streaming it on their own in like their own Twitch stream. Just check them out.
Yep.
You never
Check
know.
the stream section of the StomGG website, because if people have set up the things correctly, i.e. they have stream mode on, it will show you when they're live.
Yes.
His Sunday's matches as well, and like I said, almost every single match still has at least some weight in the standings. There's only a very couple of teams who are actually locked into their standings at the moment. Almost everything has some sort of movement. So, final matches then, we got the Bear back-to-back to finish off C League there, and then an early start at 6 on Sunday.
Yeah, a lot of good games. I mean, we've seen it from so many of our sheet scenario situations of like there's. I mean, I know my own tier, my own group has like 5 teams that are like, yeah, you could be anywhere from 4 to 7th, just depending on what happens in these last matches. There's so much diversity we can change here, and I'm really excited to see some. I might see if I can stream a few of them myself. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I think we'll be getting a review of this week quite soon after.
Yeah, there's just gonna be so many win conditions for certain teams. Like, we win this one, or even some games will be like, okay, we can lose. If we lose this match, if these handful of teams also lose, nothing happens. There's a lot of win conditions, loss conditions. Anything can happen. These last few days are going to be erratic when it comes to these standings and to coming to the playoffs.
Yep, something will be. It's all to play for still in a lot of the leagues. Who's going to be locking out the top 2 in each group to get their bye into playoffs. Next week is when play-ins start, I think. I don't think we're taking a week off.
I think so, yeah.
I think we play in and then...
Yeah, and after this week, all first to 3s. Isn't that the best? So enjoy that. That'll be coming up next week. But big thanks to Relevant and Headrummer for hopping in very last minute, because we had no one's here today. So just... no teams are here, none of the talents here. It's just, I guess, July the 4th things, I guess. And everyone is also on holiday because it's summer and,
What does it say about us that we're here?
Yeah, we did have a full production stack. We had quad obs, so, clearly the nerds are still at home.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be nerd.
Appreciate it. Okay, so make sure to watch tomorrow on the Face It League broadcast on OW Esports and Face It Overwatch. Because we'll be there, and if it breaks, then you can laugh at me and see how much you can identify that may have been on a BPL stream before and has been made orange to work with Face It. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you maybe with some streams Saturday, Sunday, but if not, we'll see you next week for Plains. Goodbye.
Bye.
When sage brings the rite of spring, morning dove and the sparrows sing, through the light that the sun will bring, reborn. Plots are creeping on the wall, swallowtail heeds the northern call.